to you fool, you know.
Hey, Mendingo, you look a big head bud, you fool you. How you try this? Me? You idiot. Me a right man for your mess with. You hear me fool boy, Mendingo? I want to you fool. You know anything about Castro start Brixton splash? Send this coggy Castro. A Trevor Hag come up with the idea if we keep the dance and me call Lord Gellis and tell Gellis say him fi come play. Me call Tubby say him nah come because we not have no permission. Gellis say him a come. Me call back Tubby and say Cecil, oh a man from out at Brixton can say him a come play and you not play. You big head bud, you Mandingo. You, every time you go up on people's stage and I try to talk everything like you're some historian. Cause sit down boy, you think you can come diss me and get away with it, you big head fool, you Mandingo. How you think of David Radigan this? You must think say a fool you deal. Hey boy Mandingo, watch yourself you know. Mine how you come try this rasta you know fool. Cause you see if you try this my thing, remember you know it now go pretty you know you big head fool. You see how you look like a junker. Where your name shit boy, I want to you, fool. Me not this social media no boy, but me I do this for you. You look a big head, but every man thing you see you jump in like you want some look you where though? Rat in a blood cleat so I want to you, fool. You can't come diss me. Come talk about Castro start. Castro not start nothing. Castro can't look at me in my face and tell me say him start nothing. And you have to send this go game. And me and Trevor have got to Castro Brown. And when you see Trevor Hag, you ask him, because I'm going to back me upon that. And go to Castro. Castro not even did it when me and Trevor talk about it. And when Castro come, we tell him. And the only reason why they sound them the outside of Castro shop and not my shop was because we did it in front of the market side. And we put the sound them. And a Lord Gellis and King Tubby's play over there, you fool. And when the police them come to stop the thing, where you did the fool? You did there try stopping the police, a little idiot. Shut your mouth, fool. And go back in a little rat hole. You little rat boy, you. Mendingo, you little fool. The documentary I burn you in, boy. Cause you know it. You in, boy. Cause you know it. Cause anything you know there, you know, you cuss, you know. If you not get no stage show, for commentate pan, you vex with everybody. You idiot, you boy. Who you can't chat to me? Go away, you little fool. You big head bud, you go away, boy. And that me say. Yeah? And everybody, when you don't know me already, me's a man, me not told you social media. Enough man say things about me, and me make it right. But the fool, yeah, him jump out of him nest, and I drop on him face. I must see shit him want to go in him face. I want to that boy, Mendingo, go sit down, boy, you idiot. You can't diss me no time in your life. You big head fool, you. Go sit down. You're worse than a jump crow where you fly pan shit, boy. Go it. So no can't say anything. Trevor used to do now. Jubel, Mandingo. And me, Castro Brown. Me start that. Me, and my shop. And me, Lord Gellis and King Tubby's used to play for every Friday. Used to play for every Friday night. And now with Bandicoot Street. That's why we could get them to come. Like I think give them never a clue about Wagwan and them thing there. The little girl, I remember her name up on Wilton Road there. And she was my main assistant and thing. Black and the whole of them they frightened and thing because me never ask no permission, me just go and do it. And me all the youth them on the street know. And me pay the youth them the junkie them to clean up the place. And me tell the junkie them afterwards, we want to clean up the place and me go and give them a thing to go and buy them fix. And me, I do everything. Them not do nothing, I lie, I tell. I'm a come go on like a bad man and attack up the mood. Black a bad man for you. You don't know nothing about badness, Blacker. You never even kill a Blacker. You never even kill a goat from in your barn. How we a chat about? Shut up, man, and put up, man. And enjoy your status where you try build. Not try to take anything where you see me have or where me do. Take your credit. Leave mine alone. I agree with you, say never name Brixton Splash. Never name Brixton Splash. He never had a name. I can't give you that much. See? But it's me who create that and start that. Me, Castro Brown. Remember that. You're going like you're a bad man for Mandingo and all them thing there. You know nobody. How do you, Blacker? Just hold your tongue, brother. Two minutes in England, and if you say, oh, Castro in England, so no can't say anything. Trevor used to do now with Banty Queen Street with me every Friday. Everything we do from your youth to come to England. Trevor involved in my thing. Trevor never stop help me. See, all when you inform for me and police close down the place, and Trevor run down the police station, can't try demonstrate to get me out. Trevor my friend. See, so no go on like say when Trevor more friend than me. 2 minutes a day. See, Trevor helped me that day, and the girl helped me. When police come to close off this thing, where you there? Where you there? Eh? What you do? Stop tell lie, man, and stop take people credit. Wherever you do and achieve by your own, take your credit for that. But when me leave the place and me do my work in England, you know, and me leave out, make me legacy them leave bridge and stop trying to create animosity amongst people.
You know what? We're not even going to the end of that one there. Let me move to the next one. Here's some people.
Show your love all the while. Are you sure? Yes, I'm speaking to the people. People of Great Britain who knows me. I am Castro Brown. There was a big misunderstanding between me and Blacker. Blacker called me yesterday. We have a civil discussion. We talk well for a long time. And everything been sorted out. I don't want to hear anything more about this. For years, people try to put me up against Blacker and Blacker up against me. I like Blacker as a little youth. For 20 odd years, he been my neighbor. He never tell me that I'm high red. I never tell him that he's high red. See, it's a pity what took place, but he called me, we sorted it out. That's bridge on the water. I don't want to hear from nobody else about anything. This is finished with. I never had anything to do with Brixton Splash. Brixton Splash wasn't my thing. I never had anything. I never been to one. I never attend any of them. I never administrate nothing at all I ever had to do with it. The only thing I had to do with was the 50th anniversary of the Queen Jubilee, which was the very first one, which I think that was the one that gave Blacker and his colleagues the idea to do Brixton Splash. Blacker, respect and love. Remember our conversation, what we had, we started out with him, and it done.
Yeah. Why I played that, because some of the times you need to talk about what's wrong in the community and the parasites. The parasites what come in your community. Those people that they've just come to destroy whatever you're gonna do. They're gonna put a problem in front. Well, me personally, I'm not a man that's gonna look on a black man who's doing something good in life and talk bad about him, because I know Blacker, innit? I know Blacker from the 70s. Me and Blacker used to live boxes for Shaka, so I know him from them days. So I would never have something bad to say about him, and I think a lot of people's got lots of things to say about his TV show. But one thing I can say is congratulations to him. And I'll give him, out of 10 points, what would I give him? I think I'll give him, out of 10, I'll give him 20 out of 10. For this reason. One, I haven't seen anybody, come on TV with their family. And their family didn't come on and let them down. Their family came on and spoke proper. And whether or not you like it or not, you saw real family love in Blacker and his family. So why would somebody want to go and say the things what they've been saying? This is what parasites do. They cause problems. They come amongst you and cause problems. Now, first thing is, this problem was caused over Blacker Dread being, as they said on the TV program, and let's not get the words wrong, they said he was one of the organizers. They didn't say he started it or he done anything. One of the organizers. So if you're one of the organizers, that means somebody that's working for the company at the time is one of the organizers. That's what organizer means. It doesn't mean you're the CEO, you're the starter, you're the manager, you're the boss. It doesn't mean that. It means that you're one of the people who actually started this thing out. So when I saw the things that was going around on social media, I was like, wow, what's going on here? So I called Blacker. And he said to me, yo, D, I've seen it, I've read. So he sent me the voice note. So I was the one that sent the voice note out. I don't care what anybody wants to think. I sent the voice note out for this reason. One, Blacker didn't say anything that he started anything. He didn't even say it. The woman that was doing the thing said one of the organizers. And even if he did say he started it, why not? He's a black man and he put his life at risk for the thing as well. Because when you're doing these things without the law, you're putting your life at risk because you can end up in prison. Somebody could die outside there and you get locked up for it. You're responsible for that person that died out there. So he put his life on the line, whether he was the start or the end of the thing. So why would a man want to go and write these things? And then, on top of that now, Blacker's made a voice note. He sent the voice note out. And when he made the voice note and sent it out, he said, send it to Castro Brown, because Castro Brown didn't know what was going on. So obviously he's heard the voice note. So that's why Castro Brown responded the way he responded, because he heard what Blacker said. And quite rightly, if you hear somebody say it the way Blacker said, because Blacker's upset, he's saying what he's saying. He's bitten off from that. He didn't know that there was a parasite in the game that writ some stuff and said that Blacker's supposedly said that he started the thing. But I watched the TV show 2 times. Yeah, I went to the premiere where it was in a picture house, and I thought I was in a dance hall because the way the crowd was going crazy for him. Like, you know, Naphtali as well, you know. But we mustn't leave out his missus, who, wow, she blowed some gunshots through the ear. You see what she done. Now, when man's talking about licking shots, you got to be like Blacker's missus. Yeah, listen to what she done. She came and destroyed the British school system. They said that her son was blah, blah, blah. She took him to Jamaica. He's doing very well. And when you spoke to the little boy spoke very well, clear and precise. He couldn't get on in England in school. Now, if you do a show where you cover grounds like that, come on, man, please. Can we give some respect to people that do something? Because some of us armchair revolutionists, we sit down and talk crap. I haven't got the time for the crap. If you're not talking sense, sit down. Yo. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. These armchair revolutions, yeah, I call them galaxy listeners. When I hear people talking dumb out there, especially big men, I just call them galaxy listeners, because I think if you ever want to know what the level of dumbness is, you got to be around that galaxy lot. Yeah. Oh yeah, this fella, he used to be a DJ on Galaxy. I forgot. Yeah. See, so you know where the disease comes from. Disease rubs off on you when you go around people, innit? I don't go around people with negative thoughts in their mind. People that want to talk against black people. You know, this same man brought Lloydie Coxon that and made Lloydie Coxon make a fool of himself. You know, it's cool what you're saying, but be sure about what you're saying. Be able to break down what you're saying. Don't just go and say something. So what if Rodigan whatever. If you're going to go and confront him properly. The brother who's causing all of this, he's a journalist. Why is he not putting his thing together like Rodigan then? Rodigan puts his thing together properly. You're a journalist. Put your thing together properly. You put out a video with Lloydie Coxon. I was embarrassed when I heard that. I was embarrassed. Lloydie Coxon's almost old enough to be my dad. I was embarrassed. And this brother that's put Lloydie Coxon up to do that, he's a journalist. So you can see what he's about. He's about destruction. He's about destruction. Anything he can't control, he wants to destruct. Well, he don't play around with me, and I hope he never does, because it won't be nice if he does. Yeah, he's just a little devil. And anybody, if he ain't listening, someone can tell him for me. I think he's a devil. I think we've had black devils in the world from day one. We're never going to get rid of them. But what it is, it's when they start infiltrating on clean people and bringing clean people into their devilish ways. I don't rate none of that. I don't rate none of that. Me, personally, I don't rate no boy. Any boy what I see come in the community, as from now, yeah, any boy I see come in the community with any kind of bad behavior, I'm going to bun out his rascal out. Let me tell you that now. I'm not playing with nobody no more. I've had enough. I've had enough. Come on, I've been struggling for 27 years with this machine here. Yeah? You see some of these little pussios who go on like they're some little whatever, they're sitting down at some armchair revolutions. Not one of them ever get up and say, D, you want to help? You need this, you need that, you want a little bit of help here or there? No, you sit down and backbite me, stab me in my back, talk about this and talk about that. Yo, listen to me, man. What I'm saying right now, we got to start getting rid of the diseases in our community. These ones will go around, talk like they're righteous, but really they'd come to self-destruct us. We've got to get rid of these devils. These are the devils what you need to watch out for. The ones that come with a shining light and go on like there's somebody. Let them fuckers go and drop asleep and don't wake up. Yeah, pussy will come talk about people and talk things what the person didn't even say. All them things is wickedness. Imagine, and them voice notes started to sound a bit out of fucking line. Yeah, they started to sound a bit out of line, a bit untasteful. And it could have gone the wrong fucking way if the two man them didn't grow up and say, yo, no, hold up a minute. Let's draw a line here. And the two man then sat down on the phone and spoke and realized where the problem come from. So the problem come from the beginning. Yeah. So once you can trace it back to the beginning, you know where the problems come from, and the problem is now over. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this because I think out of Blacker doing that show, he's gained a lot of enemies. And enemies, when you've done such a great thing, what he's done, I don't care if you don't like him. That's your business. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you to like nobody. But after doing such a great show, to hear some of the filth what people have said, oh, the next one is writing up about he put money into Blacker's shop. Brother, you have to know yourself, you know. Reggae music business is not your kind of business. If you're going to put your money in and the thing failed and then you're going to be crying, can't sit down, man. But Blacker should have hailed you as one of the owners of the shop. The show was not about you. It was about Blacker, being Blacker, it was called. That means he's talking about himself and his family spoke about him. They didn't speak about anybody else. They spoke about him, which is right. Which is right because he's one brother. Well, I can tell you because I've known him from my youth days. And let me tell you, he's older than me and he's done great for me. He helped me when I was coming. When I needed help, Blacker was there for me. Yeah? So when I hear people talking bad about him, I think, oh, okay. You're only talking bad for him because you think you can get away with it. No, you can't get away with it. No, you can't. Because we're watching now. We're going to have the police. We're going to have our own police in the streets now. So when people are doing corrupted things, we're going to start highlighting them. And remember this as well. Please remember this. We've got a TV channel coming on. Yeah. So when you start your corruption, your picture will be on there. Yeah. And we'll be telling people what to watch out for you for. Because you got some people about the police, you know. Yeah. How I met all this little brother here, you know. There's one little paedophile called John Belly. Yeah, lives in Lewisham, a little paedophile. That's how I met this brother, what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I don't know if this brother's a paedophile as well. Yeah, because some of these guys, they talk righteous. Yo, this man talks all this stuff, and he talks a lot of stuff about black stuff, but he's never worked for a black magazine. Huh? He says things like non-Jamaicans. Hey, pussy, and let me tell you this, man. Marcus Garvey, yeah? Say Africans for the Africans. So when you want to start coming and dividing us because we're not whatever you want us to be, y'all got to sit down with them argument there, man. What's wrong with you? Don't take nobody around here for no fool, you know. And anyway, you can't take me for a fool. And no one can't take me for a fool. Let's get that right. Because I don't need to be in your classroom. Don't take me down the wrong road, you know, bro. I don't like people that disrespect fucking people. I think it's fucking wrong. That's what I think. I think it's fucking wrong. Yeah. Disrespect your mother or your father because they brought you in the world. Don't go around disrespecting people, especially when you're lying on them. You know the hurtfulest thing? When you're lying on a man. There's nothing worse than lying on somebody. A man's doing his thing and you don't think you want to be, because you are not a part of his thing, you want to talk shit. And let me tell you, brother, allow them thing there, yeah? Because that's not where we want to go in this life. This life, what we're living now, we need the truth to set us free. And if you're going to keep coming round and causing problems, then we're going to always have problems. Imagine Nutty from Frontlines keeping his dance. You're calling him a sellout and he's this and he's that because he had a white man sound on there. You work for white man newspapers and magazines. Are you a sellout when you're writing bad things about us? Are you a sellout as well? Mind what you're doing, you know, bro. Mind. I don't even know if you're a brother because I've seen you over the last 20 odd years and you're always disrespecting black people. You need to stop that, man. You need to stop that. Because we have to put a stop to it if you don't. Put a stop to that nasty behaviour what you got. We don't want to hear. We don't care what you've done. We don't care if you're a Garveyite. We don't care about none of that. We care about what can we move forward and do tomorrow. That's what we care about. We don't care about nothing else. You don't see what's happening. You don't see what's happening. Big man like you who's causing distraction for the youths. Right now in Lewisham, in fucking Lewisham, yeah? Anytime after school break in Lewisham can be a dangerous place for anyone. Remember, they said Lewisham for the last 7 or 9 years, they've been saying Lewisham is the murder capital. We've got big man like you, who some of these kids are keeping out the fuckery on the road. You're old enough to be their granddad. So when you start writing fuckery and causing fuckery, then these little youths have got no better to do than fucking, because they're going to say, well, the big man. No, fuck these big man them, because a lot of these big man them, they don't even have a life for themselves. They're all crutches, yeah? Enough of them. They talk like they're righteous. Righteous, your blood clot. So you're 60 years old and you're so righteous. Show me your blood clot work, what you've done. Don't tell me you're righteous. Show me what you've fucking done with your 60 years. Pussy hole. Don't fuck around, man. Yeah, cause you see me, I don't know what anybody wants to talk about, you know. But you see me, I talk what's on my mind. And let me tell you this, yeah, I ain't a fucking dunce, yeah, because I did go to a private school. Yeah, so I understand words and I understand language. Yeah, so whatever I want to say, I'm going to say. And I don't care who don't like what I'm going to say. That's cool. I'm not a hypocrite and I'm not a bastard. I know my father. My father was a black power leader. So I understood about black from young days. And I also knew about Marcus Garvey from 1965. I grew up under that law. So when a man wants to talk about his Garveyite, he must remember this. Africans for the Africans. Yeah, that's what Garvey said. Africans for the Africans. He didn't say Jamaicans alone. He said Africans for the Africans. Yeah. Every minute you're mixing up people. And one more thing, let me tell you this, yeah. Allow Shaka's name as well. Just allow his name, yeah. Don't be calling up his name in no mix-up, because that's one humble little Rasta man. He stays out of everyone's way. He gets on with his business. Allow him, you know. Please, I'm begging you, allow him, because he's not in your foolishness. He ain't got no time for it. He just goes, plays, does his thing, goes studio, records his tune. Whatever he wants to do, he just does. Why do you have to be picking on his name and talking about he's got a white manager? Fuck you, pussy. You could have been his manager, but you weren't smart enough. Don't fucking go around cursing people because you can't get a piece of their cake. Yeah, because I watch people like you, because I'm setting something up right now where I need a lot of people, but I wouldn't have a devil like you in my business, because you will come in my business and then you'll start telling people, boy, watch him. Him not really like him supposed to be. Him at this, him at that. Now, let me tell you, that's the kind of disease I don't want around my businesses. I have a lot of businesses. I'm not a waste man. I've not come into this world to be a fucking number. I've come into this world, pussy, let me tell you this, to make a difference. So when I'm making my difference, I won't be pulling down a black man. Yeah, it's the reason why I'm not even calling your name. Yeah, because I don't want no one to say I'm trying to bring you down. You must know who I'm talking to, because you're a pussy, and you've done nothing but fuckery. Nothing but fuckery. I've watched you. You diss me, but you never diss me personally, but you done something disrespectful to me, and I saw it with my own two eyes, and I heard with my own two ears. So I just allow you in it, because me and you're going to talk, and you're going to want to talk like you know more about the business than me. Pussy, you ain't done half what I've done. That's what I want to make sure you know today. Pussy, you don't do half of what me do. Yo, not for you people. You want to sit down and bitch me. But pussy, look at your life first before you bitch me, you know. Look at your life first. Yo, everybody knows I'm not hiding nothing. I don't need to hide nothing. I'm a fucking criminal. I don't go out and pick people's pockets. I'm not a petty thief. I don't steal. I don't fucking fraud. I don't sell drugs. I'm a black man with a fucking brain. Yeah, so no little pussy can't come and play with me. Yeah, because you see, when it gets a black knowledge, I know myself, innit? Yeah, when it gets a black knowledge, I know myself. And enough of you little pussies, you talk some things what's not right. You will talk like as if I say, because you're older than man, suck your mother. You know, you're older than me, but you can't tell me nothing. And I mean what I'm saying, suck your mother. And when you see me, if you want to do something about it, do that bomber club. Yeah, because I've had enough of you. It's not today I've been watching, you know. It's years on years on years on years on years. Pussy, but I'm not taking no more. I'm not taking no more. Anybody what I see was disrespecting in the black community, I'll be back on the radio to talk about them. Yeah, especially when you drove it to where that last argument where somebody's life could have been taken so fucking easy. And then we talk about the youths, and we got pussios like you who's disrespecting elders and disrespecting youngers. You don't give the youngers no respect, but you don't give the elders none neither. Because look at the man who you've got in fuckery. You've got look at the man them as well. Let me tell you this, yeah. Because these two man, Blacker Dread and fucking Nutty from Frontline. See them two man when I was a little youth coming up, them two man helped me. You diss them two man there. Yeah. I never grow with Lloydie Coxon. I know Lloydie Coxon. You made a fool of him. Huh? What the fuck you doing, brother? You're a fucking journalist. Get your fucking journal right. Yeah? Because I can talk how I want, because I don't govern by no one. I do what I want, when I want, say what the fuck I want as well. Yeah, so no one can't come and tell me, yo, you can't say that. Fuck off, man. Who are you talking to? I grew up in the streets, brother. That's where I grew up, in the fucking streets. So when I'm talking from a street level. I'm never going to talk from your level. And I'm never going to be talking about pulling down a black man or lying on a black man that much that he could have lost his life. One of the two men could have lost their life, because those voice notes was getting very distasteful. And his voice notes was gone out. What I didn't even play today, because I think it's a bit distasteful. I think some of them are by people that's old enough to be fathers. And this is why we got the youths them after school with truncheons, axes, big long bread knives, and all kinds of knives, running after one another, stabbing up one another, licking after people and licking an innocent person, because we got pussios like you who's driving fuckery in and amongst us. And let me tell you this, yeah. Some people said to me the last time I was on the radio, wow, you were swearing too much and all that. Yo, listen to me. Yeah, when you've got grandchildren and you can speak to your grandchildren the same way, you should be able to speak to anyone like that. Because when you go into the schools right now, go outside, just go outside the school in playground, lunchtime or whatever time, and listen to the playground and listen to some of the words you hear coming out of the screen. So some of you need to stop talking about people swearing and keep your eyes on people that's bringing corruption into your community. That's what you need to start doing. Look at the people that's bringing, don't look at the swear words, look at who's bringing the corruption into your community. Your community is in trouble, not because of the youth, because of the elders. Them punk elders. You know those punks that fucking live in a bookie shop and stand on street corners with fuck all to do with their lives. And the youth's coming out of school and sees that he wants to be like that because he thinks it looks cool. It's not fucking cool. So some people need to start, addressing their pitney. Yeah, because when your pitney goes to fucking prison, yeah, at 10 or whatever age he goes to prison, let me tell you, when that door shuts behind him, it's another world he's living in. And not for you people, yeah. You got your fucking picnic them in prison, yeah, and you don't even remember that rascal. And let me tell you, somebody's using your picnic in prison, yeah, for a cigarette. Like worse, like our cigarettes. Now you're going to hear about people getting hurt in prison because cigarettes is being banned from out of prisons. So now there was a man that was saving up burn from how long because they knew this was going to happen. So them man now is going to sell you a one roll up for £5 and make you don't pay that £5. And some people really do need a burn. I've been to prison. I know. People really do want a cigarette. Sometimes when they come to your door and beg you, you feel so sorry for them. You give them, they ask you for one, you give them a few. So let me tell you this one. Some of you people, yeah, some of you elders that go around talking shit, yeah, remember you got grandchildren, yeah, remember you got children of your own, and they could be in prison, yeah. Try to remember that, yeah, and it's through your fuckery doings. But let me tell you one more thing though. Anyone that's got anybody in prison, try send them some money, you know. You see, if you say you love somebody that's in prison, or you respect somebody, or whatever, because some words are used without realizing the meanings. But if you got somebody in prison, what you know, I suggest, yeah, you help them, because if you don't, next time you see them, they could look much different to how they left you, and that could be over a roll-up. That could be over a pack of Rizzler. That could be over so many different things, yeah. So I'm just saying to some of you people that's out there that's got the time to be bitching black people, yeah, and bitching what a black man's doing and got a problem because a black man's doing better than you. Yeah, I have a real problem with that. I have a real problem with that because, you know, from 1976 I've had a problem with that because a lot of people didn't like me because I was doing something good with my life. And I've never stopped doing good things with my life. And I don't care what anybody wants to say. I don't steal. I don't fucking sell drugs. I don't do none of that. But I was brought up as a criminal. And my mind is always going to be a criminal-minded. And before I was a criminal, I was a black man. I was taught to be a black man. So I mix the two of them, and I do my business that way. I don't have to go out and nick no old lady's handbag. I don't have to do anything like that. I'm smart enough not to. So when people say, oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, I went private school, yeah. I went private school. But then my mum and dad separated. I went to live with my mum. My mum couldn't afford to send me to private school no more, so I went to a normal school. I got dashed out of school at the age of 14. I've never had a job for anybody. I've done well with my life. If I must say it myself, I've done well with my life. I was dashed out of school at 14 for driving to school. So I don't know about anybody else here. I don't care about what anybody... If you've got something bad to say about me, cool. And let me tell some people this as well, yeah? Because people think, like, I could come in here and say something bad about them. If you think I've said something bad about you, next week Sunday, you can come in and come and reply. Or you can phone up right now and reply to whatever I say. Yeah, you can reply to whatever I say. This station is free. There's nothing wrong about this station. Is there a problem? You can come and sort it out. Don't worry about me. Even if you want to come and say I'm a pussy, I'm whatever, that's not a problem. Come and say it. People think that about me anyway. It's just good to hear somebody say it. Not behind my back, like say it through a microphone so I can hear it when they're saying it. Not when they're private. Oh, yeah, D Rowe's, yeah, we all know what D Rowe is. He's a fucking careless cunt. That's what I am. I don't care about nothing like that. You see, it's nothing to do with the black community, leave me out because I'm not interested. I'm at an age right now. I don't need to be involved in parties and whatever. I don't need to be involved in that. I'm at an age where I'm smart enough now, innit? Where I can do smart things. And that's what I intend to do, smart things. I don't intend to be a pussy for the rest of my life. I intend to do something with my life. I intend to be somebody and be somebody and be somebody until I die. I want my grandchildren to grow up and respect what I leave. So I won't try to pull down another black man. Yeah. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go and see him and do it. Yeah. I'm not going to come on here and start maliciously talking about people. I'm only talking because I know the fullness of that argument. And I knew where that argument was going to go. And I know that Blacker could be a coxswain man or whatever you want to call him. Before that, me and him has been friends. And I look up to him like my big brother. So obviously I'm going to say something about that. And Castro Brown, wow. Remember, this is the man who started off X Factor. Castro Brown. He's the man that started X Factor. Do you know why he didn't get right the way through? Because of you lot. Because of his elders. No, not even his elders. Because there was elders for him around at the time. They didn't help him, and nor did none of his people. Then what was around him every day of the week, they sit around him, drink, eat, everything. But when it came to helping him doing what he was doing, there was no one to help him. In fact, some of the people, what was in Castro Brown's thing. Now we're talking about. Listen, let's get this right. We're not talking about 1990s, yeah. We're talking about 1977, 1978, 1979, 1980. He was running the X Factor thing. And the reason why I can say that X Factor was Castro Brown, because some of the people, when X Factor started, was working in the background. Other people, them were sitting down with Castro. So I believe they took the black idea to the white man. And no disrespect, but that's what I think happened. You know what I mean? So I respect Castro Brown because I know what he's done. I've seen what he's done. And anyway, he treats me like a man anytime he sees me. And Castro Brown is a man, when he sees me and he's doing an event, he tells me, make sure I'm there. And as soon as I get there, he's going to give me as many jobs as he can to do for the day. And I have to do it because it's Castro, innit? I know Castro from Morpheus Day. Yeah. He had a sound called Morpheus, and then he had a shop called Deb, him and Dennis Brown. I've known him all my life. Because when you start living life, 18, I've known Castro Brown all my life. So when I see this little thing, and I know where it could go, I make sure I put my effort in to make sure it doesn't go down that road. Because some of these little scumbags, they will cause problems, but they don't know what the aftermath is. And this is where our problem is, the aftermaths. And this is why when some of these big people are talking about the youths, some of these big people need to stop talking about the youths and start talking about themselves, because they didn't leave nothing for the youths to live off of. So obviously, if a youth's going to behave bad, he's going to behave bad off of the stuff what he was left with. And I can tell you now, we ain't been left with much, because we got 60-year-olds writing lies on the internet and talking stuff about people what never happened, wasn't true, and could have caused the death. Then we want to talk about the young youths. Why do we want to talk about the young youths? Can we talk about something else? We want to talk about the young youths. You can't talk about the young youths when you've got 60-year-olds what's doing worse things than the young youths. You can't. Why should you? Who give you the rights to talk about these young youths like that? And you've got 60-year-olds talking shit. You've got 70-year-olds embarrassing the black community, talking about stuff and not even clarifying what he's talking about. He didn't even, stick a pin and make us know, all right, cool, this is what I've done, that's what I've done. What have you done? This is what, anytime you're coming to bitch somebody in future, this is what we want to know. What have you done? Yeah? Because I don't want to tell people what I've done, but I've done something with my life. I know that. Yeah, and it's for people to identify and what I've done. Because I don't want to be flamboyant or be ignorant or be a nigger and start talking, well, I've done this. No. This is what I done. Yeah. I'm not going to try and take credit for nothing what I didn't do. Yeah. So I won't go and talk about something what you didn't say and swear by it. Because if you writ it, you're a journalist, you know better. If you're a journalist, act like one. And if you're a prick, act like a prick. I've had enough of it, man. We need to stop the foolishness. There's too much foolishness going on in and amongst us. Too much. The amount of foolishness that goes on amongst us is unreal. It's really, really unreal. And some of the times, we same one encourage these fuckery what these little batios are doing. See me, I've had enough, man. And I'm gonna be talking out forever about these little cunts. Because I can't take no more of these cunts. No, we got to start being real. Why is it no one wants to be real? Everyone wants to talk shit. I'm done with it. Don't talk shit to me. I'm not interested. If you say you're here for your race, talk sense for your race. Make your race feel good about what you're saying. I can't feel good about a man that's going to try and pull down a black man. The only reason why you're pulling him down is because he done a TV show what you wasn't involved in. I weren't involved in it. I was just happy to watch it. I watched it 2 times. That's how good I thought it was. And I haven't finished watching it. I'm going to watch it again because it might resonate some ideas in my head again, like the last 2 times I watched it. And one of the things that resonated in my mind as a black man from the roadside, got, qualifications isn't none of our top thing. Our business acumen isn't the top thing. Our business acumen is always wrong, and everything else is always wrong. Yeah, but for him to get 1.5 hours, wow. Give him that respect for getting 1.5 hours. You don't like it, that's your business. Go and find your way to get your 1.5 hours. Yeah? And find your way. Because whilst it was opening up doors, you little scumbags came out of the network and started to fuck around. And you could have stopped something great what was going to happen for the brother. And this is the parts what I find hurtful. Supposing he was going to get $1 million deal tomorrow and he could have helped his family. You putting these things out could just destroy that $1 million. Now, when you start realizing that these are the things what's happening in and amongst us, then that's when you start living real. Once you don't recognize these things, you're not living real. You know? Like, I don't want to go on like I'm better than no one. That's why I fucking make it clear. I'm a criminal. So fuck you. Think about me how you want to think about me. You think I give a fuck how you think about me? I give a fuck? No. I don't care. I'm a real person. I don't give a fuck what you think of me. Brock your neck under your mother because I don't care. I do not care. I'm just that guy in it. I don't give a fuck. Like, can we be real? Stop. The elders were talking, because we can't talk about the youths today. I'm not going to I haven't got nothing bad to say about the youths. I'm saying these elders is the ones that's teaching these young youths to chase one another up and down with knives and guns and whatever else. Because if they don't hear nothing positive coming from the elders, they got nothing positive to say to their one another. So anybody that wants to say I'm a madman or say what you want about me, I don't give a fuck. Everyone knows that. Who cares? Do you think I give a fuck if you think I'm an idiot? I don't care. I care about what I do with my life. You see, when I leave this radio station today, I care about what next I'm going to do. I care not about what you want to do. I give a fuck about no one. And yes, I do sound arrogant. I don't give a fuck. I'm an arrogant person. What do you want me to do? Be a Christian? Rock your neck under your girl, man. I'm never going to be that. Never going to be a Christian. I'm never going to be an idiot. I'm never going to be anything apart from me. Because me is who's going to help me. Me, I think I've got a vision. I think I've got a lot of black people that's going to stand beside me with this TV station. And I think we're going to do great work with this TV station. Remember, this TV station is called SaxGen, yeah? So when it comes on, it'll have a lot of stuff there. It's not a black TV station. Just watch it. There'll be lots of people that look like us on there. It doesn't have to be a black station. Just lots of people like us on there, yeah? Yeah, we're saying in this life what we need is real people, and we don't need no more punks in this life and pussios. We've had enough of them. We've had enough of them. They go on like they're righteous, but they're under the fucking carpet doing some backstabbing. James Brown sing about you, backstabber. Yeah, we know you, you dirty little cunt. You're so full of shit. You're so full of shit, you pussies. Yeah? Some of you pussies need to come up and do something positive with your life. Yeah? You see, as soon as we get some positivity done around us, we'll be good. Anyway, Heru's just in there, so I think me and him sharing this show today. Yeah. Now he's trying to sit down. He's saying it's cold outside. No, get in here. We're two black men. We're not holding back no talk today. There's no talk getting held back today. Huh? What kind of language am I using? Yeah, here's an ignorant brother. He's just come in the room. He says he can't go on after me because of the language what I'm using. But what he didn't tell you, that he doesn't know about language. Because he's going to say, I'm swearing. But he can't prove it's a swear word. He can't prove it's a swear word, but he says my language is disgusting. He understands the language thing, but he just thinks I'm disgusting. But this is a man who took me out of the. This is one of the men that took me out of the dirt and opened my eyes, And you hear what he's saying? My language is disgusting, but he helped me to come out of the dark, and he's going to say, "I'm disgusting." Heru, come and explain yourself what you're saying about me, because my phone's ringing.
Yeah, man, oh man. Let me say welcome, Hetty Poo, everyone. How you doing? Heru, how do you follow that? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's difficult, but we all know everybody got their own personalities and thing. So that was the CEO expressing himself in the way that he does. I suppose that's one thing you can say that's real, there's no pretending there, no hold back, you know what I mean? A little bit of decorum wouldn't go amiss in any case, but, language is what it is. And we want to be cordial. I'm not inviting anyone to follow that. Cordial to one another, respectful. And it's the People's Talk Show, and we're here till 6. Wow, a long run. I've been here two Sundays now, you know what I mean? But I'm just filling in. Doing my duties, I suppose. And we're here in Genesis side of things, and we want to cruise on today. You know what time it is. It's time for you to express yourself in a bit more sufficient way than that. Well, I won't allow that in any case. Anyone coming in there and doing that, you know what I mean? People, young people are listening, and we want to, be cordial and respectful to them. And so, what I didn't have a particular topic, but something crossed my mind. Are we? Which will go in line with what we're just saying. Our image. What is our image to the public and to other people? Do we care? You know what I mean? Does it matter? This is a good thing to discuss. Do we hold back with types of personality types? You know what it is. Some people get on with in life in expressing them in certain ways. But what is it? Is there a law or something that governs existence in that sense, where we can express ourselves, but with a bit of thought, I think. And what is it about us as a people? We're struggling the line at the moment, isn't it? As to find ourselves, isn't it? A collective consciousness, and ourselves as an individual, as a collective. We're trying to find our collective consciousness, a collective personality. And what is that? And what is it? I mean, your experience. What is your experience in this country, here at in England so far? I mean, a lot of time we've been ignored, isn't it? Really, and sometimes you feel that the ones that should get all these things straight, we have to, find our way and in a collective consciousness. And it's the collective consciousness that we're after right now. I mean, we've got to provide a platform for you to express yourself. So here's a chance for you to view your opinion. Numbers are 07931 2762 and a 32. And I repeat, 07931 2762 and a 32. Bring it into the studios and things like that. You know what I mean?
So Heru, let me ask you a question. You see some of these big man. I was using a radio station as a marker, but because you're here now, I don't really want to make it seem like I'm having a dig at you. But some of these big men, them, what is keeping up the fuckery? Don't you think some of them need to get pulled up? Don't you think we need to start hanging their names out and letting people say, that pussy old there, he goes on like he's righteous, then he's doing something else. No, but this is what fucked up the youths then, man. We have to talk about what fucked up the youths. The youths can only watch what's old in front of them. When I'm 5 years old, I'm watching a 10-year-old or a 15-year-old. That's my older, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So these big men then, what's keeping up the fuckery, and then wants the youths them to act any better. How does a youth act any better when some of these big men are acting like fucking careless rascals? Yo, no, but we gotta be real. Hello.
Oh, hello, Heru. It's me, it's Berchak. I'm liking the show. I'm enjoying it indeed. I was recording it on. Even when I heard D Rowe's voice, and I'm very happy he's on. I'm not going to say too much, but D Rowe tells the truth. He doesn't hold back. These mainstream stations, they don't tell
turn the mic down. Sorry. Yeah, let me say something a minute, yeah? The mainstream stations, who are they here for? I mean, let's talk about BBC. Can we talk about BBC? Yeah, we're allowed to talk about. We're allowed to talk about BBC. I look at BBC now. Yeah, BBC's got their TV station. They never tell you that it's a white station, but they never show black faces. So what do we say now? What do we say about that?
Definitely.
Oh, definitely.
And people don't tell the truth. They don't, like you do. Because I used to think prison is easy. You have your own PlayStation there, this and that. But you know what? When I see...
Yeah, you do have... Hello. You do have your own PlayStation in prison. And if you ain't strong enough, someone's coming in your cell to take that away from you. So let's not get this thing underestimated around here, because there's no underestimation in anything what I talk about. I talk about what's real. Yeah, I see man come on the wing. He's got his mobile phone, and I see a man run in his cell and take with that rascal, juke him down with a knife, almost as long as his arm. You think prisons are nice, please? Let me just tell you this. You got somebody in prison, try help them, yeah? Try send them a 10 or a 20 every week. Because if you don't, their appetite for destruction when they come from... Some guys, you see them come from jail with some marks in their face. I've seen man get fucked up on the exercise yard. I've seen it with my own two eyes. And this is why I'm happy for when pedophiles and rapists go to jail, because that's the only place they get disciplined. Because out here on the streets, we fuck around with them. But they're all right because they're our brethren. No, they're not my brethren. I don't deal with pedophiles or rapists. I think that's fucking wrong. When you rape somebody from a young age, you destroy their mind for a later age. Now, fuck off. Stop all that. Stop that.
Yes, I agree with you, D Rowe. Look, I don't want to, obviously, but by accident, but I agree with everything now you're saying. There's nothing. Look, I'm a Turkish man listening to this show.
Stop. It's not about if anyone agrees with me. I don't care about that. That's for people that's on the... Hold on, listen. That's for people that's on the ego. I haven't got an ego. Fuck an ego. What I'm talking about is what's real. We've been destroyed. My race has been destroyed. Not only by the white man, by the fucking black man as well. And this is what we want to talk about today. The elders in the community. How comes none of them has got something for the youths to look up to and say, yeah, I want to be like him? There's no fucking elders about for them to do that. And I'm an elder as well. I don't even know if I'm fucking good enough for the youths them to look up to. And I've got to be honest. I can't be lying. I don't know if I'm good enough for the youths them to look up to. But what I do know is I have a position. And I'm going to use my position correctly. And I'm going to talk about the things what I think affects my community. I don't know about anybody else's community. I can only talk about my community. And I know in Lewisham right now, we've got serious problems, yeah? But there's a team right now was setting up in the community, and they are going to clean up Lewisham. So all these little mad kids, don't worry, somebody that looks like you coming to stop you this time. It won't be the policeman. It won't be the other man. Somebody of your own's coming to see you. A man who you can recognize and you can understand. And this is why another thing, yeah, why we need to start looking into ourselves properly. I mean, I heard a big man talking about Dwayne Brooks the other day, and I was very disgusted what he was saying. But I understand why he said it, because Dwayne's younger than him. You know what I mean? And he doesn't want to see Dwayne get up because he didn't get up. Fuck that. Everyone needs to sign the bit of paper for Dwayne, whether you like him or not. It's about time one of us is standing in a position. Who don't like it, fuck off. I'm being honest, innit? I can't be no other way. Do you want me to say something what's not me? What's me? I'm letting you know. We need to get behind our own. Why is it everybody else gets behind their own, but we don't get behind our own? Right now, they say Lewisham. Yeah, remember, listen to me carefully. Because some people think Lewisham High Street is the beginning and the end of Lewisham. Well, when you get to Sydenham, you'll still realise you're in Lewisham. And when you get to New Cross, you'll realise you're still in Lewisham. Huh? When you get to Blackheath, you're still in Lewisham. Parts of Blackheath is Greenwich and parts is Lewisham. So Lewisham's a big place. They call it the murder capital of London. That's what they call it. And there's no elders getting off their ass clerk. And some of these elders, is their blood clerk picking them causing the problems. They're not getting up, to go out and do something. So here what happened now. You see, we got a little young youth, because he's younger than me. I remember when Dwayne was born, because I know Dwayne's mum, yeah. So I remember when he was born. He's a young youth, and I think, if we're going to say black people, black people, black people, black people, why the fuck is all these black people in Lewisham not backing Dwayne? Why? No, why don't you want to back Dwayne? Because maybe when you start back Dwayne, maybe we can get some jobs going, because Maxi Priest ain't doing nothing for us. Ian Wright ain't doing nothing for us. So let's try and see what Dwayne can do for us, because Ian Wright's a millionaire, or was a millionaire, or could be more than a millionaire. Maxi Priest is definitely a millionaire. He's done fuck all for us. He's from the Borough of Lewisham, by the way. Just making sure everybody knows that I'm not digging at people that's not from my community. I'm talking about the man from my community. Why these mans got all these millions that they haven't opened up a fucking clothes, a factory to sew some clothes and get all these little baby mothers in around? Because seeing as all of these guys, they all like to have loads of women. I'm not counting myself out, but why ain't we got a place where the baby mothers can go and work and make some clothes and keep them off the street, so they don't have to go and shoplift, and they don't have to be around people that take drugs to feel good? Because we get into a position and we forget that before we was in a position, we needed these same people to shout for us. Now listen, this is where power comes in, and this is where a lot of people's got partying wrong. You see when people are listening to the radio or whatever, or they're listening to an artist on stage, or you're watching football match and you're jeering that footballer on. Remember, if there's a million people jeering you on at one time, that's energy coming to you. Now, these people have had a lot of this energy, got the money, ended up with white girls, ended up doing all things what not good for our community, just ended up taking drugs, not good for our community. They didn't remember to come back and do something. And this is the fucked up thing, because it leaves open for your youths or your cousins' youths that looked up to you to be saying to themselves, right, well, these men ain't helping me, I'm going to get my own. Yeah, that's what happens because of ignorance. Can we talk about ignorance? Because some people think, oh, that's not ignorance. Ignorance means you're not sure, you don't know. And this is what I'm sure of. And I'm going to say every time I come on the radio that we got millionaires, black millionaires in the area, and they want people to recognize them as millionaires. And they want people to think, yeah, he's great because he's got money. Fuck them cunts if they're not helping you. If they're not taking their millions to do something what your granny or your niece can benefit from, fuck them, they're idiots. And I mean that from my heart. And I don't care, because everyone, look, I know this, yeah. A lot of people, they see me in the street. Well, go on, D Rowe, my brother. As soon as I turn around, they say, oh, you see him as a pussy. Oh, he's always talking. Yeah, I'm always going to talk like that. You don't have to like me. Fuck you. Yeah, you don't have to like me. I'm angry because my community is getting fucked up by elders that talk shit. Yeah? This is why the youths them can't come no better, because the fucking elders them are talking shit to them. And elders starts from whatever age you want to call it elders. Yeah? But let's talk about the 60s and 70-year-olds and come down. Them pussies who didn't leave nothing in line because they was in the bookie shop. Huh? Can we be honest? Do we want to be honest? Can I be truthful? Do you want me to be truthful? Because that's the only thing I'm going to ever do, because I used to be a criminal. I'm always going to be a criminal. Yeah? My mum told me, this is what my mum told me. My mum's been dead almost 29 years. You know one of the things what sticks in my mind, what my mum told me? The truth will set you free. That's why, Heru, we need to burn fire on these elders, especially the ones that talk shit and never put nothing in place for the youths. Fuck that. You ain't putting nothing in place for the youths. Go and drop asleep. And some of you pussy elders, yeah, I know you ain't listening now, but someone's going to tell you what I'm saying. Don't worry about what I'm saying. Go and vote for Dwayne Brooks, yeah. Just vote for him. Don't worry, he's black, innit? Just because he's younger than you, he might can make the change. Because like I said earlier on, you know, see me, in this world today, I can honestly say, and I can say it from my heart. This is from my heart what I'm saying. I haven't come here to be the number, brother. I've come to make the fucking difference. So don't let me have to be coming in there every week, because I'm going to start calling. I said the last time, and I had about 15 calls or maybe more. Dude, you can't do that. You can't go and expose people. Why shouldn't I expose you if I think you're doing wrong in the community? Why? Why should I not expose you? You're a pussy. You're making the youths them kill one another because you don't have no love for them. You cunt. That's what I can say. And that's what I'm always going to say. I'm never going to change my way of speaking. What do you want me to change for? You want me to be a crutches? I'm not a crutches. Yeah? Not for these big man them. Yeah? Yo, listen. I'm sick and tired of talking about them. Yeah? Because I grew up with a lot of them. A lot of them today's date, I've got no respect for them. None whatsoever. There's some solid foundational man in the era, but no matter what they do wrong, I will always rate them. I will always rate them because I've seen what they've done. Yeah, when I was coming up here, I had a sound system. I came up with a sound system. I could tell you the man them that gave me the idea to go out and get money. Yeah, use my sound to get money. Yeah, when my sound arise, like one of the main man. Let me tell you, the first time I really got paid in a dance was Loosh. He's an elder for me. I can't lick out against them man because them man they showed me and made me know, yo, D Rowe, don't start up your van if you're not getting paid. I said, all right, boss. I took his advice. Where I was making a lot of money a week time. A lot of money. Because that elder, for me, he wasn't that much older than me, but he saw the vision where I could get the money. So he showed me how to do it. And whilst I was getting the money, there was 24 people getting money with me. Yeah. So that shows you the difference with me and Maxi Priest. That shows the difference with me and Tipper Irie. Yeah, that shows the difference, innit? Them pussies got their money and dodged. Don't remember no one. Remember this, you know. Tipper Irie's biggest tune, I wrote it, you know. So he can say what he likes. He didn't give me a 10. I don't mind. I'm all right. Just don't be fucking cocky. Because if you get cocky, I will demand some money. And it doesn't matter if you lost it or your wife took it or whatever. I'm going to want mines, innit? But me and Tipper's good. I don't know. Me and Max are family. I don't know if we're good though, but I can swear on that. Me and him's family, but he doesn't have to be good with me. What he has to be good with is, remember this, you know, when anybody that grew up around Saxon, or was a singer or a DJ on Saxon, remember the energy came from the crowd bawling forward for us, the tapes going out, people are hearing that energy. Yeah, we started in Lewisham. That means we must come the fuck back to Lewisham and put something back. How comes these pussies who got so much money and don't bomb back up, put something back for the youths them? How comes? Why? No, why? And tell me why. Tell me why is it right for them to do that? Forget us and come back amongst us and smile like it's all right. Why? Why is that allowed? No, why is that allowed? It shouldn't be allowed. Me, I've got something to say. Yeah, I've got something to say. Any pussy that's going to come in the community and give advice and he ain't helping, he ain't doing something for the community, yo, gonna brock your neck under your mother. That's what I've got to tell you. I'm not into no more games. I've had enough. Yo, I went to prison, you know, and some of the people backbited me and stabbed me in my back and talk shit. They don't know what I'm in prison for, you know. They just have an opinion what they think I was in prison for. Man's giving me sentences. You got 11 years. I got 25 years. Poor old thing. They didn't even realise. I was in my bed when whatever was going on. Nothing to do with me. When I got found guilty, even the judge wanted to know what happened there. She wouldn't sentence me 9 months. If I had 3 court appearances, she said no. The 4th one, I got to court from 8:30 in the morning. I didn't get sentenced in the evening, 4:45 or 4:45, something like that in the evening, because she said she's not going to sentence me under the charge what I've got because she knows. She didn't say that part, but I could understand what she was saying. She knew that I didn't have nothing to do with it. But yet, man who grow with me, man who I fed when I was on the road, was saying, oh, him get for 11 years. Oh, he got 25. Oh, he's going to get 25. He's going to get this. Yo, I'm here today. And these people, they forget that they say these things. That's what it is. They forget. But when you hear things, you remember. Oh, is that what you think of me? But listen, some people's talking bad about me. I've come back from prison and I've seen them dormant. Well, let me tell you, I've been dormant as well. And I swear on my mother's grave, I got something up my sleeve what's going to shock the fucking world. I'm not talking about Lewisham. I'm talking about the world now. And when I get my money, right, I'm going to do something in my community for my people. How's that sound? Do I sound like a cunt? Let's make sure that people heard what I said. When I get on, I'm going to do something in my community for my people. Even if it's just a little house I buy and put some women in there to make some brassiere and some knickers. Huh? Come on, we can't have money. We can't have money and not be helping. How's that work? We got money. And then we talk about the white man. Why do we talk about the white man? What's the white man got to do with our lives? We always want to talk about the white man. Fuck off, man. Stop talking about the white man. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about the problems what we cause amongst us. You talk about the white man. Fuck the white man. I don't care about the white man. That's old school talk. The white man can't stop me. I got £10 in my pocket right now. I'm going to go and buy a drawer. The white man can't stop me from buying that. He can only stop me because I make him stop me. I think about him. Fuck him. Who is he? Like I rate him. I rate me, brother. I don't rate nobody else. I only rate myself. You don't have to like me. I don't care if you like me. Fuck you if you don't like me. I'm good. It gives me energy to get better when I know you don't like me. I'm good with that. I can work with that one. I don't mind. There's a lot of people that don't like me. They smile with me. But why don't they just show me they don't like me? Because I get stronger. You know? I thrive off of fucking hate. That's why everything I've ever done has always been good. Because I thrive off of the hate. What my peers, the people who I know, not people who I don't know, people who I know, I strive off of it. They're always fighting me. But remember this as well, yeah? People like me, when I was growing, I'm dark-skinned, I'm very dark, yeah? So people like me, we didn't get a look in. The black one, Blackie, and, you know, silly things like that. Well, I'm proud to be black, 'cause my dad taught me that, innit? But I just won't have you speaking to me like a slave driver, calling me black. I will have something to say or something to do about that. Yeah, so it's always good to make sure that we make ourselves clear. And why I want to make myself clear today is because on Friday, what happened in Lewisham, I believe was caused by the elders. The elders, you know, these elders what we're supposed to look up to. These ones that sends out silly fucking text messages and talk shit about people. We need to stop, and we need to start doing something. We need to start doing something else. You see, when these elders are fucking up, we need to take them to court. We need to set up a courthouse ourselves. Yeah. Anyway, there's some little young youths in my community right now, and I'm sure they're listening. And I guarantee you, they've heard what I said, that we need to set up a courthouse in the community. And after they get the youths galvanised, there will be a courthouse set up in the community, and you'll have to face that court. Because we're not having no more of your shit. None of you elders are getting away with nothing. Because none of you elders are pussy-holes. Yeah. And if people can say that about me. Like I say, you can phone in and say it, or you can come in and have your right to reply and say what the fuck you want to say about me. Because I'm just that nasty little brother, innit? I'm always going to be that brother. If I ever change, the world will end. Plug it in. If I change from who I am tomorrow, the world will end. Because like Scarface said, you need people like me. You need people who's going to come out and talk the truth. Stop hiding like a bitch. I ain't a bitch, so I don't need to hide behind no one. Some of these elders, they need slapping with some wet bricks, man. I got a brethren called Rads. He's always saying, yeah, man, you for slapping with a wet brick. It's true. Some of these elders need slapping with a wet brick because they're punks. Real punks. What the fuck? Come on. Where is our elders? What can stand up? Okay, we got two what we can point out right now. Ian Wright and Maxi Priest. They're not going to stand up for us. Who else is there? There's a few more, you know, but they hide behind the wall. There's a few in the property world. There's a few people that's risen up off of their community and not given back to their community. There's a few of them. Oh, what should we talk about? All right, I won't talk about that one. Should we talk about something else? What else should we talk about? No, we have to talk about Black Lives Matters. Fuck Black Lives Matters. That don't matter at all to me. You know what matters to me? Black wealth matters. Because it's no good having a life if you can't do nothing. You're stuck in a chair. Or stuck behind a fucking typewriter typing shit. We need black economics. This is what we need. So we're going to start promoting black economics on this station. Definitely. It's going to be black economics. We can't talk about going back to Africa, because if we go back to Africa without a skill to give Africa, it's just like going back to Jamaica. Why would you go there if you've got no skill to offer? I've got a factory in Jamaica, a food factory, that distributes food, and I've also got a water mine, mineral water, what spits out of a wall, what I'm going to be bottling up and bringing into England. So that's what I'm talking about doing. That. Now, don't go out telling youths, to run to Africa or run back to Jamaica without a plan. That's dumb. And when you're 60 or telling people that, you're not fucking of no use to go back to anywhere. You've got no energy. Your energy's burnt out on talking shit. Yeah? I'm building my thing with the hope, listen to my words, with the hope that my children are going to run it. Because I know, money or no money, some children are just not interested. But one thing I know about water, it's the staff of life. And no matter where you bring it, it's going to sell. And plus, I'm smart enough to know Jamaica doesn't have a flag. So I'll just use that green, black and yellow one, the independence one. I'll put that on it and it'll make my water value something, Yeah, because a lot of people talk about Jamaican flag. They don't know what colour Jamaican... I don't know what colour the Jamaican flag is, but it's not green, yellow or black. None of them three colours is Jamaican flag. That's the Jamaican dependent flag. So I'm depending on that flag to put on my bottles so people know that my water is really Jamaican water and it's really been bottled in Jamaica, not bottled in England, and it's really mineral waters and you better read all the minerals in it. So these are the things what we want to do. You talk about Black Life Matters, you want to talk about black economics matters. Yeah, because if you've got economics, your fucking picnic them, your grandchildren won't be out trying to kill one another. They'll be out trying to sell stuff to one another. Yeah, this is where we've gone wrong. We didn't get our economics right. We got the bookie shop, the dance hall, and let me tell you too. Blues dances from my days, I'm talking from 70s, 80s, is what destroyed the black community. Every night everyone was out dancing, waking up at 12 o'clock in the day, didn't want to have a job, grew up later on in life, 40, 50 years old, and then want to get a job. Where do you make your mark at 40, 50 years old? Even 35 years old, you can't make a mark. You need to make your mark from young. So we got some young youths. We got July coming. We got a new set of gangsters coming on the road. We need to start preparing for them. But you don't want to talk about Black Life Matters. No, black economics don't talk about Black Life Matters. And Black Life Matters is another agenda. We're not getting involved in agendas. No one don't come around here and talk about Black Life Matters because I'm not going to be entertaining that sort of life or that sort of conversation. Let's talk about what's really matter. Do you know what really matters? What really matters is that black life, has no reason by the state of the fucking enemy. The enemy is us. Forget the white man. They're shook the fuck of us now. White people, where we were shook of white people, now they're shook the fuck of us. And what do? Instead of doing something positive, we fucking turn it on our own. Now, any crackhead or any heroin addict can tell you that the white man is fearing the black man now. The black man is fearing the black man. So we got a problem. So I think the way we're going to cancel that problem is by black economics. Every one of you has a family in somewhere other country. Why don't you phone your family and say, right, send me all the sugar cane you can, send me all this, send me all that, and start making black economics. Why do we want everybody else to make our money and we make none? You remember, everyone's screaming the other day about, you see how quiet it's gone now? The Chinese man will take over Jamaica. The Chinese man's taking over Jamaica. Now everyone's whispering it. No one wants to talk at the top of their voice no more.
Yeah, but D, well, what about the people that confuse the community? You hear one thing, you saying one thing, and then you hear this line.
Use that one.
This one. You're saying one thing, and then you hear another thing going on in the midst of the community. How can people be concentrated? It's either you're going to invest in your surroundings and in your community, because you're talking about community economics, but you can't be thinking about investment overseas at the same time, bruv.
No, I'm not saying invest overseas. If you remember what I said I've got a factory built where I'm going to pack my yam, my dasheen, my sweet potatoes, and whatever else I can find on the island what I can ship to England and get money out of. That's what I'm going to do. But that is not what the building was built for. The building was built for the water, yeah, because we got water, spring water there, and I brought it here. I've got my certificates for the water, and I think if I've got that kind of certificate, I should be selling this water. I should be selling this water around the world. So I built a factory to do that. Now, well, not I built it, me, my dad, my family thing, yeah? My dad's involved, because my dad always believes in use your money wisely. Don't use your money like a crackhead. Blow it in smoke. So it's not that I want to get rich. It's not nothing like that. Of course, everybody wants to be rich. But what I really want to do is make a difference. Because like I keep telling everybody, I didn't come here to be a number. I fucking definitely didn't come here for that. I came here, listen, because I want everybody to be sure what I said. I come here to make the difference. So anybody that thinks they want to make the difference, if you want to holler at the station or holler at me or whatever, because I'm about to make the difference. I'm building, this is my next mission starting in September. Yeah, I'm building a laboratory to make medicines. Because I'm not waiting for no one to tell me what to use for my body. I want to make all the stuff myself. There's so many people around the world that's got ways of making things. Let's just get the laboratory there. Once we got the laboratory there, we got 558 trees to choose from, and on top of those 558 trees, we have maybe 600 different little weeds, plants, and that, and all of them are medicine. Let me tell you, every one of them are medicine. So this is when we're talking about black economics. We need to start talking about what our family owns. My grandmother owns 140 fucking acres of land. What the fuck am I doing sitting in England like a pussy? I get the fuck out of here, go and organise that. Then I'll go to Nigeria, organise what I've got down there, because my family's got some land in Ghana. I've got land in Ghana. I've got my family. I don't know what happened, but my family was very smart when it came to buying land and owning land and owning things. So I need, before my dad leaves this earth, I need to prove to him, Dad, you didn't grow a punk and you didn't bring a punk into this world. You brought a son into this world that's going to make the difference before he leaves this world. You know?
So, see, this is again there. You're going again back to Africa again now. 1 minute you're focusing on black economics in the community. Then next minute you fly gone out, tell you come out of England and go to Africa.
Because there's minerals in Africa what we need here. Listen to me carefully. Enough people has got cancer, blood pressure, diabetes. Now those are 3 things. Lupus. Those are 3 things that can easily be cured, but we need the machineries. And we need the herbs. Now the herbs are not going to be in London, so we have to go to where the herbs are. And this is why I'm saying black economics, because I won't be going to a white man's country to pick up anything. I have a website coming, what's going to be operated out of 16 different countries, and every one of them is going to be selling herbs. So why would I want to be? I don't want to be sitting in England. I want to be living in the sun. I'm sure, my missus wants to do that as well. So why the fuck am I going to sit down here? I never want to see another winter. Never.
Well, this is what I'm saying now. You're muddy in the waters, bruv. 1 minute you're talking about economics here in your community. You say you don't want to live here again. How you going to do it, bro?
How you're going to do it is by setting up businesses in your community. If I've got 15 businesses running in England right now, do you think my workers or my helpers or whatever you want to call them, do you think all of them are going to see me every day? I've got 15 businesses. How's everyone see me every day? I need to be out looking for more business. And remember this as well. In these places, I either have a family member there or a good friend. So I'm spreading black love and I'm doing black economics. That's what we call black economics. We're going to sell leaves, arts and craft, to people. That's black economics. Now we're making black pounds. So we can set up our own schools with the money. We can set up our own libraries. We can set up whatever we want. Why? Remember, I'm going to keep telling people now because I'm close. I mean, still ain't got my Freeview license, but I'm not worried about them. Like my missus says, get on the internet. That's good. So let me just take this call quickly.
Yeah, so you're in tune to Genesis Radio, the People's Talk Show. We're alongside the CEO here today. But that's what I'm trying to straighten that iron out. You know what I mean? I don't want no muddying of any waters here. It's either we're going to be dealing with black economics here in the UK, or we're going to. I understand what he's saying. If we're going to be importing stuff like the medicine from an African source, that's fine. But I weren't too sure whether he said he was going to leave here. Don't want to be here, I don't understand this kind of a mixing and matching going on, like, you know what I mean? 1 minute, and this is where we're going, getting confused. If the talk is about building economics here in the UK, that is great, with the support of planting yourself straight out there and then bringing the stuff back into the UK, importing stuff in. We're going to import license, fine, we can do all of that to help out. And medicine is obviously a good thing to investing. But where the confusion come in, as you were saying earlier about the elders, some of the elders that are domiciled in the idea of a return to the motherland. So 1 minute you're hearing sounds coming out of the community about a return to the motherland and pick up your be black and red to tear. These people must be confused. I put myself in the place of the audience and the inquirer, and I'm thinking, wow, I would be confused. What is the community really saying? And if they saying like D's saying, well, we're going to go and import stuff back in there, I can understand that. But then, it seems like people are afraid to even associate themselves with this country. I don't know why. When it was our predecessors, when it was our forefathers that actually built this country, and I ain't talking about slavery neither. Why do we always think that our contribution is only through slavery? Our contribution wasn't only through slavery. This was our backyard, and we were lords of the manor. You know what I mean? And so a little thing about that. What's bad tennis here?
Say what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm saying that that we got to have. We can't be afraid of this country. Our ancestors built this not through slavery. We owned it at one point, and now we're letting it slip.
Now he's talking about the Moors. Yeah, he must be talking about the Moors. If you're talking about our ancestors built London Bridge, and built Tower Bridge, and built the palace in Bath and all that. That was all us, yeah. All these big buildings, what you see, what has got something, got some kind of look to it, was built by black people. And most of the buildings, what was built by black people, they have a thing on it called, what's it called? You can't. No, it's not that. Where they say you can't change nothing on it.
Oh yeah.
You can't change. I can't remember the word. Yeah, listed building. Most of these buildings, what black people owned and built back in the days, was that. But we got to stop talking about back in the days, and we got to start talking about tomorrow, because yesterday was yesterday, and tomorrow is tomorrow, and any day can be tomorrow. But yesterday was gone. So let's stop talking about what was gone, and let's talk about how we can rise. And yes, I am going to always talk about black economics. Yes, I am going to tell everybody that I've got a business, a company what I've set up. It's operating out of 16 countries, and each country will have no less than 10 people in the office to be marketing it. Because I have a TV station coming on which is called SaxGen, that's coming on soon, and then I have an herbal remedy company. Now, I'm a black man. What realises that every other day somebody's got cancer. Somebody's got this. Now, let's just talk about cancer for 1 minute. We're not going to go too far into this cancer. But does you know that chemotherapy and radiation kills you? But did you know that every time you get a chemo, you get any one of those two, somebody gets £250,000, so 4 of them is £1 million. So after you've taken 6 of them, you're gone. That's 1.5 million they've took and got rid of you. So this is why I'm saying we have to deal with black economics, and if we're going to deal with black economics, we have to look outside of England, because England does not say it doesn't grow anything healthy, because it does grow a few things healthy, because kales grows in England. There's a few things that grows in England was healthy. Carrots is not healthy, it grows in England. You know what I mean? So if we're going to talk about how we're going to build our black economics, we're going to have to talk about going back to where our families come from. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to go there and start talking about building castles. I mean, listen, Heru, I have to say what I'm going to say. I'm not a fucking Galaxy listener. I'm not one of them old cunts, yeah? I'm not reached 60 yet, but I'm telling you now, when I'm 60, I'll still be acting like a 25-year-old. And that's what I want everyone to know. I don't listen to Galaxy. I think Galaxy is the biggest destruction that's ever hit the black world. Because the few times I have listened to them, what I hear them saying, I think, wow, have we gone back to the 60s? Brother, like, I've got nothing against any black man that's doing anything. But when you start playing about with people's minds, I think that's very dangerous. And don't sell people things what you can't prove. I'm going to be selling health. I can prove with what I sell that I can show you somebody and say to that person used to have cancer. That person had diabetes. That person had blood pressure. Now that's what we want to start doing now. Stop telling people, stop lying to people and telling them things what you haven't lived yourself. This is what I'm saying. I don't want to be here bitching Galaxy because I think they're very dumb. I think what they do to black people is really wrong. Yeah? And this is what happens all the time. Like, they try to stop me. We're not saying Galaxy per se. They try to stop Genesis, and they don't put nothing else in place. Anything else what they put in place is disease. Yeah? Because no one's coming to sell black people life. They're coming to sell them a party, a rum bottle, or a dream. A dream what they can't reach to. I ain't on that. I told you, I've come to make a difference. I've not come to make the numbers. My points will be very clear, and wow, so what if my language is disgusting? Who gives a fuck? I went to a fucking private school where they taught us language for the first year. So when some people think that they might know language better than me, or they might can speak a little bit better than me, go and fuck yourself, mate. Let's talk about what we can do with our language. If we know how to use our language, we can use it to intimidate. That's what I done in the 80s. That's why my sound got so big, because I used language and intimidated people. I told them if they didn't let me play in their club, what will happen. And they realised that I was telling them the truth, so they made me play in there. So that's why I played in everywhere. I was out 10 nights a week. Where everybody else was out 2 and 3 and 1 night a month, I was out 10 nights a week. Yeah? And you can say what you want. I know. I'm playing 3 early sessions and 3 other sessions. From Sunday to Sunday, I'm out. And maybe Monday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night, I have 3 early sessions. Tuesday I have an early session. Tuesday early session, late session. Wednesday same thing. Thursday same thing. And then the rest of the week I'm out just one time a night. So I've been through all the things what anybody could ever want to talk about. We can talk about anything we want to talk about, but let's just talk about how we can stop these youths from killing one another. And the only way we can do that is by black economics. So this is why you see Dwayne Brooks, he actually started out on Genesis, let's be honest as well. And you see, I think if we get him into a position, some of this air or some of this bullshit what I'm talking can come through, because Dwayne might be able to, put a few things in place for us. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody's noticing I don't know if anyone's noticing what I'm talking about, but we want a few of our own to stand up, and so this is why I'm encouraging. I'm not even encouraging, because encouraging means I'm begging. I'm fucking telling you, we need Dwayne Brooks in power. Let's not mix words. Let's not mix words, because forever we've had anybody else, and this time Lewisham's in trouble. If the other guy gets it, do some research on who this other guy is. Huh? Do some research. We know who Dwayne is. You know what? Why we know who Dwayne is? Dwayne was with Stephen Lawrence, and he could have lost his life, but he's here today. He's a survivor. He's gonna get you. He's a survivor. He's gonna help us. He's a survivor. He understands. Once he gets into position, he understands. I'm not saying that he's going to say, right, I'm just going to help black people. No, we don't want that, Dwayne. We don't need that neither. This is what we need from you, Dwayne. Get into power and show black youths tomorrow that they can get to where you go. We don't care if you get in and you don't do all the things you promise, because none of them ever has done what they promise. So we don't care what you do, Dwayne. We just need you to get into that place so my grandson can look at you and say, yeah, I want to be like Dwayne when I get older. That's all I want. Yeah? I know you'll do great things, Dwayne, when you get in. You're not going to do everything what people expect you to do, but so long as you get in, it gives another black youth a chance to do what you've done. So I vote for him every time anyway. It don't matter. I just want to see a black man in a position. In 2030, I might not be here, but I'm telling some of you young ones, there's going to be a black prime minister here in 2030. By then there will be a black prime minister, and Dwayne is going to start this ball rolling. So who knows if it's him going to be the black prime minister. What we need right now, we need to start pushing our one another's up and stop listening to these dumb elders what talk shit, what wants to come and talk about something what was never even said. That a man said that he owns the rights to something. It wasn't even said. That wasn't even said. It's so evil. It's so evil that a man could do that to you, and he's a black man, and he calls himself a Garveyites. Well, I'm a fucking Garveyites, and we don't do that around Garveyites. Africa for the Africans. So that means we don't destroy our own. Yeah, whether or not we want to go back to Africa to live, we understand Africa for the Africans. I realise that I have a dark skin, so that means I couldn't have come from anybody else apart from a black man. And if they're going to say the world started... Genesis. Hello, Genesis. You're through.
Yeah. Good afternoon, my brother.
Beg your pardon?
Good afternoon, my brother.
Oh, turn it back up. Say again, brother.
I said good afternoon.
Hold on, 1 second. No, cool. Yo. Yes, say this. Say what you're saying.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon to you, bro. Yeah, I love your language. You seem to be quite a fine person. I know you like to swear a lot, but do you mind if I swear back?
You could do what you want as long as you're talking something of intelligence. I don't have a problem.
No, but I'm saying you like to swear, but usually when people say things like that, they don't like to be sweared back.
No, I'm cool, man. You just don't be
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that,
If
bro.
you're being disrespectful, remember I'm the god of the hour, so if you're being disrespectful, I'll just cut you off.
I think it's swearing is disrespectful from the go-get, isn't it?
I beg your pardon?
Isn't swearing disrespectful from the go-get?
It's disrespectful on the program.
But alright, let's see how we get along. You know, Bob, I just tuned into you, yeah? I don't know if you've heard me before or whatever, but it's always interesting to me when I hear presenters come on and flag off other radio stations and have a presenter. I find that very interesting. I feel like I just need to get involved in that.
You feel like I was disrespecting another station. I weren't disrespecting.
No, Bob. I'm not. If you feel like you're disrespectful, I think the language you use is slightly disrespectful. But at the end of the day, it's a free country, so you use that country. But what I find is people use disrespectful language, and when you use it back to them, they don't like it.
Brother, I'm good, you know. I grew up in the streets.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
In the streets, say what you want. I just know you can't.
Yeah,
listen,
bye.
when I'm here, I say what the fuck I want. Yeah, but you see, when somebody else is on, they're not going to entertain it. Yeah, because some people, they hold that morals. It's Sunday afternoon. Fuck what time of day it is. I'm going to always accept my own and be myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what I mean? I'm a listener to Galaxy, and I interject quite a bit, and I'm kind of pleased with their effort. So I'm interested to know what the problem is.
You're interested to know what?
I said I'm a listener to Galaxy, and I'm a contributor. Yeah. And as a listener, I'm interested to know exactly what the problem is.
There's no problem.
East London.
Hello, there's no problems with me, with Genesis and Galaxy. We're just talking about the things.
I'm with you. I'm not talking about Genesis. I'm talking about with you and them.
Brother, I don't have a problem with people that can't educate me. I don't argue with people that are dumb. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, brother.
Is that what you're saying?
Huh?
Everybody on that platform is dumb.
Well, what I've heard so far, I don't rate, innit?
Okay.
Yeah. And what makes it worse, yeah, for somebody to ask me that question, how I can answer that question. You see, when Genesis started out, you see, when we first started to do talk shows, everyone was against me. Did you know that? I bet you didn't know that.
No, you got to educate me, bro.
Okay, well, when I first started to do talk shows on Genesis...
So what is your name, by the way? What is your name? I don't even know your name.
That doesn't even matter who I am, does it? It just matters what I'm saying. I mean, I just want to be real, innit?
You're anonymous.
Yeah, I just want to be real. If I'm going to speak about something, can I be honest? And if I can't, then I won't.
Well, my name's Paul, by the way. I'm from East London.
It's cool, my brother, wherever you're from. I'm happy for you.
I like to identify myself so people know who I am.
Yeah, that's good. I want everybody to do that. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think, and the reason why I don't want to do it, because I think, does that change the temperature when I tell people who I am? Because it will, you know, it makes people start thinking differently. Oh, you should know better. How the fuck should I know better? Why should I know better? What is it for me to know better than what I'm saying? Huh? What is there for me to know better, my brother? My brother, listen to me. I ain't got the time to play about with nobody. And one thing I'm not begging is a phone call. I'm not begging no friends. I don't care if somebody don't want to listen to Genesis again. I'm happy for them. But let me tell you what I will do anytime I come around there. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you what I see in the streets. I'm not going to come and plastic coat it. Because when I plastic coat it, it's making it dangerous in the streets for somebody else. Am I making sense? If we keep getting lead down the alleyway and we can't see the light, maybe one day somebody should come out with a torch and start showing us where to go. And I'm not going to come on the radio and play games. I'm going to come on the radio and I'm going to make my voice be heard. And whatever I'm going to say, I want people to pick sense out of nonsense. Never believe in anything what I say. Go and research it. I like to tell people that because when people say things to me, I research it. If I don't know, I research it. And this is why I'm saying, like, anybody that gets into a position today, they owe the black community something. Are you hearing me, sir? Okay, we've lost that caller. It's not a problem, he's gone. But anybody that wants to call in, oh no, he's still there. Where are you, my brother? I'll turn it down, innit?
Yeah, that's fine.
Turn it up.
Hello?
Yeah.
So, Bob, you know what I'm interested to hear is, you say you're from the street and that. But what's the solution then, brother? What is the solution to the black man's problem?
All right, listen to me. I don't know. I think you phoned up to give me a problem or something. You see, for me to... No, excuse me. Yeah. I'm going to answer your question. You see the man that comes on this radio station, yeah, and tells you that he's got a solution for every black person out there. Tell him I said he's a fucking liar. I haven't got a solution.
That's cool.
My solution, okay, so let me tell you what my solution is. Black economics. That's my solution. Huh?
Sorry? What was that?
Mine is black economics. And what is yours?
Okay. Yeah. Black economics. Okay.
And I don't mean black economics like what we used to be doing, selling things from out the boot of a car and all that. I mean black economics, where we can see money coming. Because there is a lot of money. There's a hell of a lot of money out there. A hell of a lot of money. But you see what's happened with us. We get blinded by the bright lights, by the pretty shoes and the nice cars and the whatever not, and dumb people talking to us, people that can't, rattle their brain. I don't care if I don't rattle no one's brain, because I'm going to always tell you the truth of what I know. Not the truth of what you know, the truth of what I know. I can't speak for you, you can speak for you. Let me speak for me. Like they say, black life matters, I don't believe in it. I think all life matters. What I think matters, though, is black economics, and I'm never going to change that. So anyway, because you're from East London, I won't be asking you to go and vote for Dwayne Brooks, but I'm letting you know that by 30, I might not be in the world them times, but we will have a black prime minister here. We will. And I'm going to be pushing that.
What has Dwayne Brooks done for black people, bro?
Well, let me ask you something. What have you done for black people, my brother?
Well, Bob, I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher. Okay. Let me tell you what. Dwayne Brooks helps people. Dwayne Brooks helps the people. I finish what you're saying, bro.
Look, Bob, you asked me a very prudent question, yeah? Most of my life, when I left school, I, like you, was on the street. I changed my life. I went into law. I studied law to try to become a solicitor. I got very disenfranchised with that. I came out. I set up my own business. I had a computer business. And during that time, I employed quite a lot of different people, black, white, and all sorts. I also went into schools and, we done a lot of computer-aided stuff. Right now, I still go into schools. I don't get paid for it, but twice a week I go in there and I read with the young people. That's what I do off my own. And I still I'm a martial artist by brain, so I take some young people, I teach them what I know. I've done boxing, kickboxing, Kyokushin Kai, most of the martial arts.
So is that you teach just black children or you teach everyone?
Well, to be honest with you, I prefer to teach black children. I'm a black person.
Okay.
Because I feel that black people are disenfranchised in this time. So
I like how you sound. So after all this journey, what you've been through, what are you actually doing now?
What I'm doing now, I'm working with quite a few different organisations.
Okay, and these are all black. Hold on. 1 point at a time. And these are all black organisations.
They are black organisations. Yes.
Okay, how many youths you got in there under 25?
What I personally do.
No. Please.
You asked me a question. Please let me finish it.
Yeah.
You can't just jump out. You ask me a question and then you want to answer it for me. What I do personally with young people, especially, is mainly involved around martial arts, fitness, avoiding gang activities and stuff like that. That's what I do with young people.
My brother. 1 second. Please, let's get back to the question I asked you. And then you can get to that. I respect what you're doing. I just want to know how many young youths you're helping.
How many what?
How many young youths are you helping?
30, 40, I don't know the exact figure.
How many? 30, 40?
Could even be more.
That sounds good. No, hello. That sounds good. And I appreciate a call from somebody like you that's helping for people, helping somebody. But like you said when you came on, have I got a problem with Galaxy? I don't have a problem with Galaxy. I just think Galaxy's got too many old people on there. I think they need to let some young people on there. I feel their story is over. Old people's stories is over. I don't want to hear about old people's stories. I'm old myself. I'm 56 years old, mate. I don't want to hear about my story. Mine's, if I didn't get a chance to do what I was meant to do when I was young, I didn't get that chance. I don't want to talk about it now. I want to do great things now. No, brother. I want to do great things now. So let's get back to the other point what we was making, because you kind of sound like you got a problem with Dwayne Brooks, but I don't understand because.
No, listen, I just asked a question. It doesn't mean I have a problem with it.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just asking, innit? I'm just asking because a lot of elders, yeah, because I know you must be older than Dwayne. Yeah, by what you said you're doing.
I'm in my 40s, brother. I'm in my 40s.
Yeah, Dwayne hasn't got there yet, so he's younger than you. So I just want to make sure that people know Dwayne's not 45 or 50 or 60. He's a young youth. And if we give him a chance to open the doors so that we can, maybe he might be the Prime Minister in 20, 2028, 2025. We're going to have a black prime minister in this country. No matter what anybody wants to say, it's going to happen.
But what difference is that with having a black prime minister? We had a black prime minister in America.
Fuck that one. Fuck that one. That one weren't black. You can't. What are you talking about? He weren't black.
Why weren't he black?
Oh, so you are being very disrespectful because he's got a white mother and he was grew up by his white grandparents. So you must remember he's mixed race. Do not switch the words. If you're going to say he's black, that means he doesn't have a mother. This is what you're saying. Please don't be disrespectful.
My parents come from Jamaica, and let me tell you this.
No, but my parents don't come from nowhere.
Well, maybe so, but what I'm saying to you, in the Caribbean, most of us were mixed up for this thing they call slavery, right? It's white man involving black people, and anybody who thinks that's not, it needs to go and read history.
Yeah. All right, cool. You've made a good point. You've made a good point. That most black people from Jamaica, fortunately I'm not Jamaican, yeah? My parents are Maroons. Brother, please. Fortunately, I'm not a Jamaican. My family are Maroons. Yeah? That's number one. Point number one. Point number two, yeah? Is that, we can't disregard people's family. Like, because his dad was black. His mum was white. So we can't call him black. We must say the mixed race, brother. Yes, if he chooses, listen to me. If he chooses to say he's black, then that's him. But we shouldn't be saying that. No, let me finish. My point is, if he chooses to say that, then let him say that. But you know what they say? He's an African American.
Right.
Okay, so that means they've cancelled his mum. No, let me finish. That means they've cancelled his mum. Without being rude about it and just pushing out black. And people bought into that story, like the Bob Marley story. Everyone bought into it. Yeah, we're not buying into no more stories. Yeah, the stories are over. Listen.
If that's the same, we might as well say all of us fit that category, right? Because unless you say you're a maroon, right? A maroon is just a Spanish word. What means
pussy? Say what you like.
That's what maroon means.
What's wrong with this, brother? Yo. Right, let me tell you something, yeah? Don't start picking into words, yeah? I'm telling you what I am. Don't start picking into words. What?
It doesn't mean nothing.
Well, what you're saying don't mean nothing. You said the man was black, and I'm telling you, the man was mixed race. Aren't you going to give his mum respect?
All right. Bob, if he was driving down the road, right? If he was driving down the road with his wife, right? What, would the police think, I'm not going to stop you because you're mixed race? Would they think that, Bob? Or would they think you're black?
No, you see, you've gone into something else now. Now you've gone into something else. You've gone into something else. I thought we was having an intelligent big man's conversation. Yo, bro, listen to me, man. I thought we was having a decent big man conversation. You want to take it to some boy. You know what? People like you should stay listening to Galaxy.
That's the problem, Bob. Don't agree with what you're saying. And that's the problem with people like you. As soon as you don't agree with what you're saying, it's a problem. And that's the majority. That's what I'm trying to show you. Right, Bob. I'm saying to you, it's a racist. When they look at him, the white man racist, they still don't see him as a white man.
Why the white man's always got to be racist? Because he's looking after his race. Why don't we stop being racist like him and look after our race? Huh?
So we don't do that, brother.
No, we don't. Well, listen to us now, right now. Listen to how we're talking right now.
Listen, it's a sign of immaturity if you can't disagree with somebody or you can't have an argument with somebody without either killing them or feeling that you've done something wrong. It's immaturity, brother. We can talk like this because we are men, right? But at the end of the day, we can go our separate ways. Brother, if I get in a ring with you and I knock you the hell out, right?
I beg your pardon? No. Reverse back. What did you just say? If you get in a room with me, what?
If I get in a room with you and I knock you the hell out, right, bro?
Brother, anytime you're ready to sort that out, we can sort that one out as well.
Bro, anytime.
Yeah, man.
Let me tell you something, brother. Let me show you something. No one's going to say I hate you. We can still shake hands and go away as friends. You don't have to hate each other. So, bro, if we have a debate and we don't agree, it doesn't mean we don't like
No, don't bring violence into the debate, brother. Don't do that, man, because I'm not afraid of none of that. I'm not afraid of no one's violence. I don't care about violence.
What I'm saying is, we can disagree. But it doesn't mean we don't like one another, but we don't have to agree on everything. That's the point. But it seems like some of us when we disagree or we raise our voice, it seems like all of a sudden we're the biggest enemies. Why is that? Why is it that everybody else can have an argument, everybody else can have a fight? In Europe, 65 million people died, but yet they're still friends. The French want to kill the English want to kill the French, but they're still friends. But how is it when we talk or we disagree, all of a sudden, look at us. Listen, brother, the problem is some of our mentality. That's the problem. Because everybody else can war. 65 million people died in this thing they called the Second World War, which is really white on white violence. But nobody talks about it. That's okay. That's fine. They shouldn't argue with each other. The Germans can
Brother,
cut each other off. The
brother,
French can cut each other.
right,
No,
listen
that's
to me.
no problem.
Since
But
last
if
year,
we have a dispute, it's a problem.
since last year June, yeah. Can I say something now? Since last year June, till now, there's been 18 people killed in the Borough of Lewisham. You want to talk to me about some war? Hello, let me finish, please. I can't do anything about what you was talking about, but you know what? I can help to do something what I'm talking about. However, I've got a set of youths in my community. I don't even want to call their names here, but these youths are doing some fantastic work. They're going round actually and phoning people's phone and knocking people's doors and saying, listen, brother, you know that man you got war with up the road? We need to end that. That's got to be finished now.
Brilliant, brother.
That's what we're talking about. You want to come and talk to me about something what we're not in control of. And these are the reasons why I always curse Galaxy, because they're always talking about things we can't change. Let's talk about what we can change, brother. Brother, this is my thing, you know. I haven't come here to make the numbers, my brother. I've come here to make the difference. So if you're rolling with me, let's go and make the difference. If you're not...
So how can I help you, brother? How can I help?
No, well, you know, like we were saying, as we go through this show today, people will hear at the end what and where and how to contact. We're not coming here today especially, we're not going to have a party today. We're not going to be brushing up no one's egos. We're going to do what is right today. And because why we've got to do what's right is because for a long time we keep getting elders talking shit. And that's
well, you know what? I totally with you on, you know, the situation out there is absolutely crazy, absolutely just beyond rationality. It's just madness.
And do you know why that is? And do you know why that is? Let me be honest as well, because I like to be honest. Because my mum said to me, the truth will set me free. It's the fucking footprints what the elders left for the young ones.
Bob, I have to disagree there, Bob.
You disagree? You disagree?
I have to disagree. I think it's bigger than that, Bob.
Okay. Let's take it down to that next level. You know, that dumb level. Yeah, the white man's got us under control. You don't see what the white man's doing to us. Brother, I don't play those games, man. I grew up in that era. I grew up in the 60s. My dad was a black power leader. I was a Garveyite at the age of 3 years old. You know, I didn't grow up like some of you people. You want to come and talk hard to people and all that. I grew up hard. My dad grew me up hard. I had to know myself when I was young. Hence why today I could come in there and just speak as reckless as I want. And don't care what anybody wants to think.
I hear you, brother, but you can't just put it on the elders. That's a cop-out. That is a
cop-out? I'm an elder. I'm 56 years old. What the fuck are you talking about?
Listen, no, it's a cop-out. The reason why it's a cop-out,
it's a cop-out. I'm 56 years old. I'm not copping out. I'm saying the fucking elders. That includes me. I'm going to make the difference. That's why I'm putting myself on the firing line.
And I respect that, brother. I respect that. But you can't put everybody in the same bucket because you...
Family. I'm hopefully you're a fam. Let me just say something. If somebody don't get up and talk and make the difference, yeah, what's going to happen tomorrow? We're going to end up in a butty hole like where we've been for the last 54 fucking years. Sorry.
I'm not disagreeing with that, brother. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. But I'm just saying, my point where I'm coming from is it's a cop-out to just suggest that it's down to the elders. That is an absolute cop-out. Because and I can explain why it's a cop-out. Because if that was correct, right, brother, many of these young people, they don't even know who their family is. They don't even know who their men don't even know who their father is. Because the fathers are fucked off in your language. They're fucked off and not paid attention. So they don't know who their dad is. And it's not their fault, bro. So the bottom line, I was lucky enough to know my dad and my granddad. Right? And I know the story. I knew what they experienced when they came here. Most of them don't even know who their dad is, bro. Right? Most of them look up in jail, don't know their father.
That's true.
And that is it. So I saying in that respect, right, I really do appreciate that. But I can appreciate from my own upbringing, I knew my father, and I knew my granddad as well, and I knew the story. My granddad came here in the 50s. He came here by plane from Jamaica. And from he arrived here, he was fighting on the street with the Teddy Boys. He was in Brixton. And
My dad got locked up. My dad, all of that my dad done. Let me tell you something. But let me tell you something great what my dad done. Let me tell you something great what my dad done. When he came here, he started to bring ground food here. Because remember, there was no ground food here. My dad started to do that. So if I want to talk about my dad, I could talk about my dad for 24 hours non-stop and speak all the great things what my dad taught me.
But what I'm saying is, brother, you should, because we need to...
Don't worry, I'll bring my dad in and let him talk for himself, innit? He's a bit old, but he's still wise about a penny.
We can't just say, oh, all the elders and leave it like that, because enough of them done proper work. And, you know, some of them were... Brother.
All right, listen to me now. Yo, listen to me. There's something what we need to be clear. What have they done? I mean, what have we got? What have we got as black people? What is it we've got? Because you sound like, I don't want to be rude, yeah, but you sound like a Galaxy listener. Because that's the sort of fucking conversation. Okay, that's why your mindset is the way it is.
No, I'll tell you why my mindset is the way it is, brother. Let me show you, let me just be clear to you what my mindset is the way it is. I grew up in the back of Cattle Hall estate on Leytonstone, right? On the fucking estate, yeah? And I saw every fucking day.
Hello.
Right?
I grew up in an area where shots fire every day. And if you don't watch yourself...
What you think is just where you grew up, right?
So we don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that then. You're talking about where you grew up, so I'm telling you about where I grew up. You didn't grow up rough like me, brother. So let's just keep it on what can we do to change things. Let's just talk about how we can change things. Let's not talk about how we grew up. Because how we grew up... Do you know when you was growing up, was there digital phones around? Was there digital phones around when you was growing up?
Digital phones around when I was growing up?
Yeah. There was analog, innit? There was analog, innit? In your time when you was growing up, it was analog phones, yeah?
That's right. No, there was no phones when we were growing up in the 70s, brother. There was no phones.
Okay. So now we got mobile phones and we can do things, and now we got internet and we can learn about things quickly. So...
Yeah.
So this is why when a man's going to tell me about where he grew up, I tell him about where I grew up, because forget that. It's not what we're about today. We're not about where we're coming from. It's about where we're going today, not where we're from, where we're going. The youths have got no direction because we have elders that talk shit. And this is what we got to stop.
That's where I'm going to disagree with you again, bro.
I know.
How can you know where you're going if you don't absolutely know where you're from, bro? If I leave my house, right?
Brother.
If I leave my house today. Let me tell you something, bruv. If I leave my house today and I forget my name and I forget my keys and I don't know nothing about nothing, where the hell am I going, bruv? What are you talking about? Where the hell am I going? You have to know where you're from to know where you're going, bruv. It's just relation.
Hello.
Einstein said,
brother, I hear you.
You have to know where you're going.
Brother,
I hear you. And forget where you're from.
Brother,
You're going to find a way
brother.
back. How?
Brother, where's your community centre? Can we tell the people where your community centre is? Because it seems like me and you're going to be arguing, and I'm not up for arguing. I don't argue with pricks. That's one thing I don't do. So
no. Take my number, and we will speak.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that at the end of the show.
I really don't come in here to
I'll do it at the end of the show. Don't worry, mate. I'll call you at the end of the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, peace, my brother.
Yeah, respect, man.
Yeah, peace. And I don't want to be disrespectful, yeah, but you know sometimes, I mean, Galaxy's trying to do a thing, but I think what they're doing, they're making a mess of what they're doing. They've got too many wrong kind of statements going out to the people. So if I sound like I'm fighting against Galaxy, no, I'm not fighting against Galaxy. I'm just pointing it out because some people are scared to point the truth out. I'm not scared. I wear my smile on my face. I don't wear it in my pocket. Yeah, like a call. That's a like a call. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, my fam. You alright?
If I'm alright, I'm ever alright, brother.
Huh?
I'm ever alright.
Alright, that's cool. What's your name, fam?
I beg your pardon?
Sorry, what's your name?
My name? Did you give me your name?
Yeah, Dubwise.
Dubwise. Well, go on, Dubwise. Ease up, Dubwise. You know what? Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, Dubwise. You know what? Oh, me and you talk different there.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Hey, listen, you know the madness, yeah? Is that, we're in the...
Oh, you're tapping your phone. You're tapping your phone at the same time.
That's my fault, yeah? We're in a quagmire, right? And I'll tell you where it is, yeah? You know where it is? You sound like flipping the owner of the show, bro. You sound like D Rowe. And I think you with D Rowe without calling up that Twitter. I mean, the fool didn't follow that. But what it is like, this is what I'm going to say now, yeah? Based on what I heard you were talking about, okay. You know the problem with us? We are too emotional. And our emotions are so much at a point that our emotions take over our conscience. We think, we get to a point that our emotions take over our common sense. So our common sense that should be in our brain turn up in our eyes. And we're thinking from our eyes. Yeah? So what we need to do, yeah, is that we need to calm down, chill out, and we need to see what's presented in front of us. Yeah?
Okay. I hear that. Listen to this now. Some of us are naturally speak the way we naturally speak. Yeah, I'm not like those guys, those last guys, or those other guys. I'm this man. I'm the black man. I've got no other ambition but to be a man. And I speak the way I speak every day, and I speak naturally like that. And this is why people say, oh, you're swearing. Fuck all that, man. I speak like that anyway. What do you want me to do? Change to suit somebody? I'm not going to do it.
Sam. Bro, pause it. Let me turn this thing down, yeah? Let me turn it down. I really want to get you, right? So I'm going to turn it down right now. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so, if we're going to do something here, let's do what's real. And let's not talk what's not real. Now, if I sound angry, that's just how I am. Yeah, because I'm not a puff in it. I've never been soft speaking or a nice guy or whatever you want to say. I've just been me. And I think I'm not being angry, I'm not being rude, I'm just saying what I need to say. And what I do need to say is that we're in trouble. And the reason why we're in trouble is because every time, you remember this saying, Dubwise, because I know you know me. Remember this one? See, I'm blind, ear and deaf. You remember that one? Yeah, sweep it under the carpet. Yeah, well, today when I came in the studio, I lifted up the carpet and there's a lot of dust under this. So I thought, let's sweep it all out. And we're going to start with the elders. Them cunts that never put nothing in place for the young ones.
Well, you see, you know what the problem is, yeah? It's not about how you feel.
No, it's not about how I feel. It's just my opinion. I'm just letting go my opinion. Somebody can phone up and say I'm wrong.
My bro, it's not about how you feel, yeah? Because there are times that somebody said something to me that I want to lick off his head. But I have to understand the bigger picture. Now, the bigger picture is that I understand the bigger picture incorporates me. Yeah?
All right, but listen to this. Listen to this small picture. Listen to this picture. You're from East, right? And I'm from South. But South is a very, very big place. So let me just talk about the little part where I'm in, Lewisham, where they call murder capital of London. I see the foolishness what goes on every day, and there's no elders that can talk to these youths because they didn't set no foundation for the youths them to look up to, or even give the youths a reason to respect them. So yeah, me and you can sit down here and say who's wrong and who's right. I'm just talking today about making a difference, not standing up and holding what was there from before. Can we make a difference? Can we say what's right? I mean, all of us have got children now, you know what I mean? Unless we're the other way. But we've all got children, and even if you're the other way now, you can adopt them. But like, let's teach our children. Let's teach our nieces and nephews. Let's teach our friends' sons and daughters. This is what I'm saying. And if some of us are in a position and we know our friends' sons and daughters from their born, can we reach out and help? This is what I'm talking about. This is why I pointed at Ian Wright and Maxi Priest, because they're from my community. I shouldn't point at man who I grow with or who's my cousin. I shouldn't be pointing at them. But I have to use the example what I can see. I'm not going to use an example what I can't see.
How old are you, King?
I beg your pardon?
How old are you?
How old am I? Me?
What?
Me? I'm 56 years old. I don't have nothing to hide, brother.
No, you don't.
Say again?
Alright, cool. No, sorry, I thought you said what was that have to do with anything, yeah? Maybe I didn't catch what you had to say. Sorry.
Talking to your phone, brother. Because you was clear for 1 minute and then all of a sudden you gone fuzzy.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, cool. This is what I'm saying. You know what it is, yeah? Is that I was listening to the show earlier, and you laid down some pearls, yeah? And what I realized with us, and this is the only reason why I called up the show, yeah? We cannot come together. And
Stop. No, it's a new day. It's a new day. It's not that day no more. I told you. I said this earlier on. I'm going to say it again because I want people to know. I got some little young bucks in my community. Young bucks. You know what they're doing right now? Right now as we're speaking, they're probably on the phone to somebody, talking to them about, yo, you got to cut it out. Cut the beef out. We don't know more of that in the community. That's what they're doing. So some of these elders should have been doing it, including myself. Yeah? But these young ones are very young, so younger than even my youth. So I can't get to them ones. But when my youth was coming up, I got to who I could then. Yeah? I do believe that I helped the grime scene to be what it is today. You know? So I know what I'm talking about. And there's some young generals. And when someone's talking about, yes, my general, fuck you, you ain't no general. I called my local brethren them generals. They came to my office and gave me a sit down and told me what they're going to do. And I've heard stories like that before. I gave it a week. I spoke to one of them. He said, Uncle, everything's going... No, listen. He said, Uncle, everything's going as planned. That means I've got less headaches in my community. Yeah, I've got a man in my community...
I'm 42, yeah? You're 50.
6.
You're
56.
Okay. Alright. So here's what I'm saying to you now, yeah? Right? As elders in the community, alright? I see more than just music.
I beg your pardon?
I see more than just music for my people.
Yeah,
okay. Now hear me. We had some little pussy that said the other day. I'm going to call him a pussy.
No.
But some of my people may not like
Hey, you know what? Yeah? My DJ partner try run out and leave, you know. So I gotta give him the mic, you know. Because me never come in for do no show. Me just a pass through. But through him the date, me say, alright. Let me start it for him. Now the man put on him coat and say, my move. Me don't know that part they go. Why true I talk about how we fair the youth them. You move like you come from Galaxy. Suspicious. You are very suspicious. You're running out when we're talking how we're going to help the youth them. No, listen to me, brother. Please, like, we got to be honest in this time and we got to stop fucking around. Because a lot of us just fuck around. We talk about things what we're not going to do. I'm telling you about these little youths was in my fucking community. They came and sat me down. I didn't invite them. They just turned up on me, sat me down, and gave me a speech. I was speechless. I sat down there. My mouth dropped. I speak to the man. This was 2 weeks ago. I spoke to him last week. I said to him, what's happening? He said, Uncle, everything's moving as planned. Now, why can't we resonate what these youths are doing around London? You live in East London. I can set up a meeting with these youths anytime you want. They give you their formula, and their formula's working.
Bro, it's not about setting up a meeting.
I didn't really understand what I was doing neither. But these young youths, listen, Dubs, listen. I didn't understand. I didn't have a clue how we was going to move this thing, how it was going to be stopped, how we're going to get to these youths. These youths took it on their self, came and saw me and sat me down. And they didn't sit me down like, yeah, Uncle D, come and see you. No, we got a plan and we need to talk to you. Come, look, I'm in my office. I've had to put down what I'm doing and listen to these men blowing shots at me. I'm saying, wow, okay. I didn't want to discourage anybody and tell them that can't work. I kept my opinion to myself. I listened to what these young youths said.
Listen, I've got respect for you, but here's what I'm saying to you. I'm an elder, you're a grandfather. And if the elder don't know what the fuck he's doing, how the hell is the elder going to know, big man?
Well, I like to believe.
I know what we're doing before we bring these youths into the... They're not stupid, bruh.
No one's stupid. What's happened is, you know what's happened? It's no one's stupid. It's just people treat the youths like they're stupid. So if you treat the youths like they're stupid, what do you want them to do? If you're not recognising that your son's selling crack, what do? You find him buying a new pair of trainers every other day. What do? Listen, enough of us are responsible for what our children are doing, yeah?
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Because I'm not saying that the youth makes you see what he's doing, but come on, there's got to be signs. There has to be signs.
Alright, you know, can I say something? You know what? Work out a meeting and I'll be there.
Yeah, don't worry. These youths, no, listen, yeah. Listen, these youths, listen out for when these young youths come on the station, and if you think I'm angry, you're going to really hear what angry is, because these youths are angry.
I'm not into emotions.
No, they're not into emotions. If it was emotional, no, stop, Dubs, listen to me. If it was emotions, yeah, do you know that they wouldn't be in their cars driving around checking man and saying, yo brother, this has got to stop. We don't want no more shootings in the area. We don't want this, we don't want that, we don't want this. If they was emotional, they wouldn't be doing it. They're real about what they're doing, so they're getting out there and doing it.
Me, big man. I want to read them.
Alright, cool. They're going to be in there soon. They're just getting, first thing first, before they come and tell anybody, they're cleaning up the community. When they've cleaned up the community, they're going to be here. And when the TV station comes on, remember we got a TV station called Sax Gen coming on in the next, I don't know, it should be Whitsun Bank Holiday, yeah? When that station comes on, we're going to have all gang members on there.
Listen, I'm not into gangs.
No, but how do we stop the problems if we don't get the gangs together? You can't, listen. First thing is, like you just said, you're an elder. So you're going to go against anything what I'm saying. Now, if we're going to start talking and we don't think we've got to talk to the gangs, we've already lost the problem. The game's already running in front of us, because we're going to talk to we're going to talk to this nice youth, that lovely youth that goes to school, he does his homework, he's in college, he's doing great, he's about to get in, and then he meets a thug and he changes his life. Is that the one you're talking about, or you're talking about the one that goes to school, never meets the thug?
I'm talking about the fact that most gangs, they you see, what a gang isn't about progression, it's about destroying. And who we destroy ourselves in those gangs.
Yes, that's quite so, but listen to me. For someone to destroy themselves in a gang, they need somebody to guide them out of the gang. I don't know if I'm just making sense, because sometimes, I think to myself, I talk a bit crazy. But please, I'm not talking crazy. I'm just trying to think of how can we get ourselves out of this problem. That's all I want to do.
The elders need to come together. That's all I'm saying. Yes,
well, you saw the voice. Hold on. You hear what you said? The elders need to come together. You saw the voice notes, or you heard the voice notes that was going around with Black Adred's name on it, didn't you?
Yeah, no. People call him up. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. No, what it is, a man told a big lie on him, yeah? A journalist writ something what Blacker didn't say, and it wasn't said in his film, and caused a problem where somebody was about to get hurt because, you know, the two man them are powerful in their own rights. Castro's powerful, Blacker's powerful. They both got power. But they realised that they both got power, and they realised, no, we got to have a word. So they sat down and they discussed it, yeah? Because there was a little demon in the game who lives in England. He says he's a journalist. So if you're a journalist, write what is right, you know? Don't write what is wrong. Because we don't see white people writing bad things about us. But this guy here, he's worked for all the white newspapers, Touch magazine, Rewrite, you know, the newspapers, yeah, and he never wrote anything positive about a black man. He tore down Gregory Isaacs, he tore down Dennis Brown. He's had a go at everyone. I could stand up here forever talking about who he. And look, Black has just had a TV show on, which I think if I was going to give him points out of 10, I probably would like to give him 100 out of 10, but I'm going to give him 20 out of 10 because it was more than a documentary. It was an eye opener, and a lot of us couldn't show that kind of family love on the TV anyway. So let's keep it like that, innit? Can we be honest when we're talking? Because that is what we keep trying to avoid, being honest. A man's brought his missus, his son, and not just one of his youths. He had quite a few of his youths on there. His daughter even got married. Now, how many man's proud like that to walk his daughter down the fucking aisle? Now, come on, man. We're going to be real today. Today, it's about being real. Today, we're not going to lie. We're not going to talk about nothing what didn't go like that. I think what Black had done was excellent. All these people that's sitting on Facebook and typing, you're all a bunch of pussios because none of you done anything with your life. And one more thing, somebody said, how come you didn't talk about Coxon? Because it says being blacker. Being blacker. It didn't say being Coxon or blacker from Coxon. It said being blacker. Right, so he was showing who he is and brought all his family there to endorse it. Isn't that great? Isn't that great that a man brought his family in and endorsed this thing? That's great news. That's the sort of thing I want to hear. Oh gosh, man, that's the sort of thing I want to hear. I want to see these things. I want to see man empowering his family, because when he's empowering his family, he's empowering another family. And what's more, he got 1.5 hours and he wasn't promoting fuckery. 1.5 hours. And it was very good. I went to see it in the premiere, yeah, where it was in a picture house. And I thought it was in a dance hall, the forwards, what the film was getting. It was getting bare forwards. The forwards what he was getting was barbaric. So right now, my thing is, this is what my thing is now. Black people need to stop the hypocritical behaviour, stop talking shit from the computer, and get up and do something.
And come together.
I've got some youths around me, and I'm going to keep boosting these youths. I don't even want to call their names yet. Yeah? What they're doing is remarkable. I take my hat off to them. I've been about for 56 years. I ain't seen no one do what they're doing. And you know what else? They're not getting funded. How about that? No, can I say it again? Let me say it again. They're not getting funded. They're doing it off their own back. Is that good or is that bad?
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. That's brilliant, mate.
So, right now...
Unless some of the elders get funded, they ain't doing shit. But if they're doing it without getting funded...
The only elder they spoke to was me. They don't rate the elders. They've got all the elders up, which I understand, because they can't see a window to look in, because the elders smoked crack. The elders went to the bookie shop.
You're being kind. Some of their parents smoke crack.
Well, I forgot about that.
Listen,
Yeah.
you know what, you sound like D Rowe, you know, but if it's not D Rowe, you sound like D Rowe product variety. Hey, what now, but? It's cool, yeah?
I hear you, family. I can call you after the show.
Yeah. Just do
can read them.
Yeah? Alright, cool.
All right, cool.
I'll read some text. Come on, yeah, folks, let me read some texts here. I was about to leave, but because he don't need me. He's doing well on his
People are
own.
murdering me on them texts, I guarantee.
Yeah. Text sender 436 says, Dennis, the elders says the elders never know to set up anything for us. They came to England, they bought houses. That was their achievements.
That was a great thing. That means they've done something for their children and their grandchildren.
Right. Okay. Text sender 801 says, text sender 265 says, greetings. That shouty brother Paul from East London calls someone to turn the volume down on the phones. Now I'm struggling to hear the other caller listening keenly. You sound like a don. Respect. Text sender 801 says, D Rowe, the incoming calls are distorted. Adjust the level a bit. Right, where are we? Text sender 397 says, can't hear your callers. Can you turn up the volume? Yes, let loose on the elders. Right. Please name the name of these. Text sender Reese, of course. I said I'm better. Oh, no, that's not different. That can't be for today. No, yeah, it is, but sure. Text sender says, hello DJ, wow. Wow, as much realness as you are speaking, it's a shame. It's riddled with profanity. So the children and babies can't get to hear your message. But great show. Very powerful. Chantelli. It's true. You know how it go with D. You must know for. That's that one. Yeah, but let me tell you something, yeah? I mean, people say, oh, Heru, you're associating yourself with bad language now. What's the matter? Have you gone down? No, let me tell you. Thing is, I've been on both stations, innit? I've been both sides of the thing. I was here before I went. No, I came to Genesis after I went to of that Galaxy. And, and I left Genesis and I went back to Galaxy because of the same thing. I thought profanity and I thought playing dirty music never become me, and I didn't like that, so that's why I left. But then when I went over there, that's supposed to be righteous. Right? And D Rowe was telling me, he said, listen, man, and I never listened to what he was saying, him and Dr. X, and he was saying some things that I refused to take on board because I was on the tip, the righteous tip and everything, which is not wrong. But when I went there and I got the treatment that I got, I might as well stay where I was. The stabbing in the back, no one's better than none. So I realised, even if I'm on a platform where the CEO likes to express himself in his own way, who am I to ever say anything against it? He's doing what he does. I'll tell you the truth. He said some things that came to fruition, bruv. And see, from that, and then when I went to the other station, I stabbed up man and back and did some nasty, dirty things, the ones who purport to be righteous and all that, right? Even up to this day, have not even chosen to even address the situation, bruv. I never get that backstabbing in Genesis. Even though Genesis might not be the perfect, moral stance and all that, but they're not pretending. I got the worst treatment, bro, from people who claim to be this, even to this very day, they have not addressed the situation. So don't think because I'm here, oh, Heru. No, I'm comfortable because you know why? Because at least I don't have to do what he does. He does what he does. I don't have to follow that. He said it. You come here, do it. He said, hey, I can do it because I can do it. Fine. Right? That's where I'm comfortable. I may not be the ideal place, but it's the truth. And they men keep to their words. And I've never been stabbed in the back. Ever. Morals are there. Although some people might not like how things... You're live on Genesis.
Oh, hello. Again. I'm sorry. You know, you come to a great point, and I'm listening to the conversation, and I'm recording this whole show. So it will be, I have the time, I'll put it up on YouTube, because I'm putting up all the shows, you know, and I'm doing it by an audio program.
Okay. Bertrand, D says he'd like a copy, so he just have to go on to what? YouTube. Is that right?
Well, he can go on my channel, Mr. Clean, and basically he can, or I can, I'm just like recording all the shows that I'm recording, your shows,
Yeah.
X's shows, Rashid's shows, putting them up on YouTube, you know, and sometimes I have to put up some time for myself to convert, but it takes 2 days to convert to YouTube. Like
Okay, no problem.
From me, but also I was saying this, you know, you talked about things, Genesis, you know what, I've started to learn, when I first opened up the radio station, at the time there was no tuning, I was buzzing through the knobs, and D Rowe knows, I think I've talked on before, and I discovered Power Jam, which closed down. Then I started to go, I cried when Power Jam closed down, I cried, like, you know, and then I was discovered Galaxy, but I discovered Genesis later on in 2008, but I wasn't listening to the People's Talk Show. Now I've listened in 2011, 13, you know, but I called up in 2013, and I started to discover all the presenters, you, King Lion, D Rowe, everyone putting up a line. You go beyond levels. You go beyond levels. You try to find solutions for your people. This is what it is. It's about. It's not just about arguing, but Genesis is so much good for all different levels. You know, and whereas I hear this mainstream and I get really upset. I'm not going to say their name because I don't want to backlash. But this mainstream station here, they have all white presenters. Not one Asian, not one Turkish, not one black man, not one Muslim, and they are so bad. They are so bad, they cut me off. I try to highlight them about some things, they cut me off. Again, I phone back, they cut me off. It's all white people in that station, and I don't like them. That's why I came to Genesis. That's why I like Genesis so much.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
It's something that tastes so much good about Genesis. You know? So much that I think it's the best out there. There's no other station that can beat it, you know, its levels.
Right.
You know?
Okay, Bertrand.
I don't know what the CEO thinks. You know, before I listened to Power Jam and I opened up the truth. I opened up my eyes to the world.
Okay, thank you for that interjection.
Right.
Enough respect, Bertrand. Yeah, man. So the thing about it is, when you're on the platform, you want to speak the truth. You know, you can't cherry pick when to live truth. And in the community, that's what's necessary, not a pipe dream. I would say we don't sell people pipe dreams, but you know, I've learned. I've been there in this game for over 30 years myself, and I'm an elder. I'm even older than D. I'm a lot older than him. He's only 56. I'm 62. How about that? So you know what I mean. So we're all elders here, and we understand the thing behind. But you see, with me, I've done something. I'm an elder, and when I was growing up in take this call. You're live on Genesis.
Yeah, right up the road.
Yes, enough respect.
Yes, sir. Big up Genesis. Yeah, well, cause I never really heard D Rowe speak. We know about D Rowe, but I haven't really heard him speak on the radio still, you know what I mean? But while he's there, one thing I do find frustrating is the, like the callers are calling up and saying, like, they can't hear the calls.
Oh, yeah.
And you're always saying, you're going to talk to him about the engineering and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I do. But does he listen?
So while he's there, you know, I can get a direct answer.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking to him about that later anyway.
What's that?
The engineering, the side of it, fix up the phones and all that. As I was saying.
Well, like I told you, I want to change up everything here.
So,
Yeah.
So you're on the case. That's the main
Yeah,
thing.
come on. We're out to go digital, isn't it? We're out to take it to a level where I don't know. Hey, don't worry, I hear you, brother. And you know, without people like yourself phoning up and complaining about things, we're never going to change anything, innit? So it's good that you.
I won't say I'm complaining. I'm just saying
Well, even highlighting. All right, sorry, my apologies, because I do know the state of words. Yeah, highlighting.
Yeah, because it's not a TV station, it's a radio, so that's the only way you can listen. So if the quality's poor, then, you know what I mean, you get frustrated. But also while you're there, the timetable, right, as an alternative to the other radio station what you're talking about, can you put, is there going to be any more?
Yeah, the website's getting built. Brother, everything's getting revamped.
Nice.
Even the DJs, yeah?
So, yeah, that's good news then, man, but, yeah, so...
And some of the talk show DJs are going to be more merciless than me.
Yeah, that's good, man, because right now, a lot of man, from what I'm hearing, is they have to tune into America, bruv. And the American thing is nothing to do with us.
That's right.
Really and truly. Do you know what I mean? We want to hear, like, what you're saying. Like, I mean, when I first heard you, I thought, who's that? The voice was a bit swearing. I thought, was it Dr. X? Was it an X-Man? But then you started chatting sense. And you started talking about, basically, the solutions to the problems, you know what I mean? So that's when I started listening properly, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, it's a big thanks, man, and I look forward to the, to tuning in more, yeah?
Yeah, but you know what else, yeah? I'm glad that you brought that up, yeah? Because in the state of this kind of business what we're in, we always need technology around us. So there's a lot of people out there sitting on their laurels that's got technology, not doing anything with it, but they wouldn't think about coming to help us.
Yeah, I hear that, brother. I mean...
And let me tell you something else. Can I say something else? You know that I was once on this station and a policeman called me and was trying to backchat me. But whilst I was talking to him, somebody called me and said to me, that's a police officer. So I just played the game with him. Sometimes you have to play fool to catch wise, and you have to listen to idiots to make yourself be sensible. I
hear what you're saying, brother. I hear what you're saying, brother, because, hey, listen, this is why, you know, when certain people, like when you say, oh, what's your name and all that, well, I mean, what's your name and all that, you know what I mean, there's certain agents out there, bro, there's enough of them that look like us, you know, enough.
I know about them. Believe
enough
me.
of them, bro, I'm telling you, and I can smell them, you know what I mean, so... I hear what you say. So, why is the tunnel where Genesis, you know?
No, well, you know what? The only way forward right now is to go up. You know what I mean? Because I don't believe, that if I talk bullshit to people, people should respect me. I think if I talk bullshit, people should pull me up and say, yo, kind of fuck are you talking?
Yeah, definitely, because that's what, like you're saying, right? No one pulls up. These people I've been, like I say to Heru, you know what I mean? I've been hearing the same thing. Because I'm a middle-aged man now.
I'm an old man now. With a youth man spirit.
I'm not far from you, D Rowe, you know? I'm not far from you, you know, D. You know, you're like a bigger brother to me still, you know what I mean? You're like, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not far from you. I'm about 5-6 years from you, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's cool. And my brother, this is what it is now, yeah? If I'm 5 years or 2 years older than you, that don't matter no more. What matters is what we do.
Exactly.
That's all what matters.
Exactly. So, yeah, man, as you were saying, people need to, one thing I think is what you just said, is that people are not accountable, and people don't want to pull up people, and they just carry on doing the same behaviour year after year, time after time, nothing's changing, right, and carry on the same thing. So something needs to change, bro.
Yeah. What needs to change is that we need to bring the youth in. That's the only way you can make changes. You can't bring a 50-year-old in to make changes.
Yeah.
he's already losing the game, and he definitely doesn't want to see a young one rise up in the game.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you know. I think some of us are still on stage, mashing up our corn toe, doing all parts of things, when they should be behind stage, teaching the youths the ropes. You know what I'm saying?
Enough of us has got some big man and some big woman around us that's not even educated for themselves, and they want to talk to the youths. Now, you have done nothing with your life, but you want to come and tell me what to do with mine. Go and sit down.
Yeah,
All right, watch this. Watch this. I'm going to tell you a few examples what I've had. I've got a TV station coming on. Yeah, I think it's Whitsun Bank Holiday, because that was the day when Saxon started. Whitsun Bank Holiday. So we're pushing for that day. Yeah. I've had some people say some things to me, and I think, wow, you know, it's sad that you're talking like that, but here what happened. This is the real. We can't afford to wait on the elders. You've got to use the young ones. They're the ones with the brains. When you reach the 40, 50, your brains is slowed down. Unlike me, I'm early 20s, what is it, half of 56, I'm early 28.
You're still on phone, B, yeah?
Yeah, I'm still on phone. I can have a conversation. I can have a conversation with the young ones. I can have a conversation with the old ones, and the elders. And the elders, unless it's my dad, I bun them all out. They all talk fuckery.
Yeah. I mean, I must admit, man. I mean, even with I'm out of touch with what's going. I mean, even the music, I don't even know what's going on with the music these days.
Right.
The music I listen to.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
Yeah, go on.
You know why you don't know about the music no more? Because the only music that there is around is old school music. Because today, when you make music with instruments. Today, they make beats with computers.
Exactly, yeah.
So, as I'm a drummer, let me tell you now that I can't resonate with a computer drum, yeah? But I can resonate with a man playing the drums because I can feel his intentions.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of in the middle of that because I grew up around, you know what I mean? I was kind of on the thing where when the track, the 16 track was just going out, and I learned about engineering from that where you could cut a tape. When we used to cut a tape and splice it, yeah, that was just going out and the digital thing was going in the studio. So I know about both ends, and what I'm saying is gone to me.
I gave it up when it got to that. When it got to that level, I gave it up. I gave my studio to my sons. I got 2 sons. I gave it to them. Let them get on with it.
Yeah.
I'm not into beats.
Didn't you have a label? You had a label, didn't you? Didn't Saxon have a label?
Yep.
You had a label, innit?
Not had, because we're about to re-release everything. I've been talking to Mustard, but I'm going to make it known now. We have a Saxon volume hits coming out. And these are real hits. Every song that's going to go on there will be a real hit.
Same. Yeah, man. I respect because I grew up on that. I grew up on Saxon and them sounds there. You know what I mean? IP. Remember, I know IP. Tenafly. That's
IP.
Them, man.
IP comes from Coxon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
True.
Hold on.
True.
6 months ago, I got a phone call from Daddy Colonel. Yeah, Daddy Colonel's dad and my dad are 2 brothers. He called me, he said to me, D. He said to me, you never tell me, sir, IP from Coxon is our cousin. I said, well, I didn't know that, Colonel. He said, I just met him at his brother at one of our aunt's house.
See there? That's what I'm saying. Enough of us are, in the crowd here, let me say something. My father just passed as well, yeah? And I learned that I've just got another 3 or 4 sisters that I never knew. Now, hear the cry now, right? I could have been, you know, if you don't know the name, these things go on. Say if it's a sister that I chat up or something like that.
Slow down. Let me show you a better one than that. There's one brother. Every time I go to Jamaica, my dad's brother, I always go and check him. As this brother sees me, he goes and finds the best weed, finds everything for me. So I treat him like a brother. 2016, I found out that he's my blood brother. And I'm not saying I treat him bad. I always give him money. I always give him things when I go there. But I didn't know he was my blood brother. Well, I'm going to Jamaica soon. And when I go to Jamaica this time round, I'll be going to Jamaica to help him.
Yeah. Now, you see what could have happened? You could have had war. You could have had kind of bad feelings to and end up having war with the man or something. You end up warring against your own, and that's what happens. Some of these youths and people I know are war against people that end up being their own family or friends of people that they know. Do you know what I mean?
Let's not get into that, yeah, because that one's hurtful. Because one of my cousins, that happened one night in a club. Like, I didn't know who it was. The man them said this brother. Apparently he was calling my name in the week, but I had no problem with the brother. Right, so them times we was gang related. So I said to the man them, don't do nothing till I see him. I give the go ahead when I see him. But one of the persons that he had a fight with, his brother, his hard ears, he couldn't hear. You see the way he beat up my cousin? You see the way they beat up my cousin? I couldn't believe it. I didn't know it was my cousin at the time. I remember him getting up and running through the door. And I'm saying, this brother's Superman. And he kept it moving. Now, this is hurtful, what I'm going to say. Yeah, I'm not saying this is what happened. I'm saying...
bad things happen.
20 years later, the man's gone to bed and didn't get up again. Now, those hits, what he got in his head, was that what it was what done it? Yeah.
And that's the thing, it could have been, it might not have been that, but the guilt is something that you have to live with, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So these are the things that what I'm talking about, so. But anyway, Bob, let me let you go, but great talking to you. But also as well, some of your, when you're doing the taping, could you leave some documentaries running on? I get Heru to play some documentaries or something, bro, because when you tune in,
I hear you, brother.
When you tune in,
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man.
No, you know what I think I need to do? You know what I think I need to do? I need to just load it up with Beer UK and Saxon tapes and fuck everything else.
Yeah, even that, brother, be better, man. Even that, because I've still got...
I live in London. In my area, in Lewisham, if I go to the shop, I bump into a youth, he starts telling me he's a rapper or he's whatever, and he wants to sing in my ears. I'd rather get his CD and fucking play it on the station.
Play it on the radio.
Yeah, I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you sing.
I'd rather hear that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because this is look, my plan is never going to suit everybody else, but I always try and say, look, let's look after our own, because when we do that, we're bringing black economics.
Yeah, I hear that, man. So, yeah, go on good, you know, so I'll
my story is black. I don't want to go on good, you know. I just want to talk about black economics. I don't know when to praise me. I absolutely don't want no one to give me no praises. I just want to talk about black economics.
Black economics, yeah. I hear that, bro.
I'm going to let Heru take it up from here, and then I'll come back in.
Yeah. So, rise up, dear, respect, yeah?
Yes, brother.
Yeah, enough respect. Bless up.
Yeah, so, big up Heru, yeah?
Yes, all the time. Yeah, man. Respect. Bless up. Yeah, you're in tune to Genesis Radio and the People's Talk Show, along CEO and Heru. Just flexing with him at the moment. I was going to take off, but he never needed me. He could hold his own, but he just thinks that he needs to have me by his side. It's a long time me and the man rolling still in on, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's about black economics, yes, black success. It's got to be a success story for us here in the UK. You know, you can't be diffusing consciousness like that outside and diffusing consciousness elsewhere and then concentrate on the community here. It's impossible. You don't make an ounce of sense. If you're going to phase the two in, if you're going to use Africa to grow our food and then bring them back here, yeah, fine. You know, but we don't get what's been said here. You know, the confusion twice confounded about where we should be as a community doesn't seem to focus on concentration. Because what you concentrate on, you are aware and more aware. Your consciousness is who you are, not just what you just concentrate on. You see what I'm saying? We're not apart from consciousness. We are consciousness. And this is what we try to look deep into certain things rather than just running with following notions of people, and this is where we get into trouble when we begin to follow other people's notions of things, how things should be and how things ought to be, and really just basically following their idea. And then we are at pains to see where we can even make a headway with some of the despotism of some of the ideas that are coming from individuals, coming from founders, and it's the same sort of thing. We're going backwards when we start to have to depend on founders, depend on people's, even our own ideology. Now, I want to say this. We're following an idea. You're live on Galaxy. Genesis, Rob. God, you got me at it now. Genesis, how you doing? You're live.
Dubwise again.
Well, I'm Dubwise.
Hold it.
Heru, man. Heru.
Yes, my brother. Well,
Well, go on. Bless up. Enough respect. Yeah, I was listening to you, bruv, earlier. Huh?
You know where it is, yeah?
Yeah.
All I would need to get together from, there's certain things that people do amongst us that sometimes we don't even realize, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So whether it be a plumber, electrician, a friggin' computer programmer, a sound man, a record labeler, whatever it is, you know what the problem is? We've got everything around us, but what it is that we don't need. Oh, let me just say, I'm 42, yeah?
Yeah.
In my generation, we don't need. I don't know, maybe you can educate me, innit? Maybe you can tell me that, yeah, man, them used to link, but we don't link no more.
Yeah. Hello?
It's a question I'm asking, because what it is that what I realize is that I see certain things, and I can see certain flaws in it. I can see that we ain't doing what we're supposed to do because we're not linking up. Yeah?
Yeah.
So maybe I'm seeing it, for me, it's a common, it's a simple solution. Man, them need to link up.
A simple solution, yeah? You think so?
I'm just saying, it looks simple to me.
Yeah, that can work, you know. Yeah, Dubs, that can work, yeah? But listen to this. We need team leaders. That's what we need. We need team leaders. We need people that are really for the youth of today. Not the people that say they're for the youth, say one thing and do the other. Because I'm telling you, I've sometimes when I listen to I've even listened to people on Genesis where I think, pussy, you're talking to some people that's dead. If we need to talk to the people that's alive, the youths, them. Me personally, I'm trying to remember when I was a youth, no one really helped me. I can't say no one never helped me, but getting good advice I didn't really get, because I would have owned Lewisham now if I did get the right advice, but I didn't. I mean, there was people, I wouldn't, I have to call Lucius' name because he was telling me to buy properties when I was in my 20s. You know what I mean? I could have had a lot more properties now and a lot more things now if I was listening to people. But sometimes you have to remember, when you're young, coming up, you don't want to hear what no elders are saying. Because when you look at these elders, you wonder, why would you want to hear them? You know what I mean? But I've had don't listen. I've mixed with some good people. I can talk about the people what helped me in my life, what matters today. And I will say, there's a lot of people, you know what I mean? Well, I want to have a party soon, and when I have this party, I will have everybody that helped me with my sound, gave me advice as a youth, what made me realize, whoa, this way or that way. You know, I don't hide. It's one thing I don't do. I don't hide if someone's helped me. This is why I was offended about the Blacker Dread thing. Because Blacker Dread, when I was a youth, he was on Coxon and I had Saxon. But he saw it right to see me as a youth and my brethren, Mustard, He saw us as youths and called us and said, he was in the dance, and when the dance finished, he told us he could get us an amp like he is. He could get us everything, what we needed, and he did what he said he was going to do. You know what I mean? So you remember these things when people do it for you. I was a youth when he done it for me, so I can say that I take my hat off to these brothers. I take my hat off to Blacker Dread. I take my hat off to Natty Frontline for sound business. But when it came to business, the money side, the man that really drove that into me was a man called Lewis from my area. They called him Father Lewisham. He was one of the great inspirators behind me to get money legally, because I wasn't getting it legal before. I was getting it any other way but legal. These men gave me a vision. Also, Robert Livingston, you know, who manages Shaggy, made Shaggy sell 21 million LPs. You know what I mean? I've had a lot of good people around me. This is why my vision to life today is different to everybody else's, and I don't care what anybody wants to say about the elders. I don't give a fuck about most of them. There's a few of them what I'd do anything for, but there's some of them, fuck them, they're idiots. And let me tell you something, whether you're an idiot or not, can you get up and try and help the youths? Because the youths is the future. And without the future, we're going nowhere. I want to see a black prime minister by 2030. I might not necessarily be here. But what I do know is Dwayne Brooks will be. So I'm here today empowering anything what's good in my community. Yeah? I've got some little youths, and I love these youths. I love these youths. These youths came and sat me down and gave me a course talking to. I was looking at them and saying, I've heard this story before. Can you bring it through? A week later, I spoke to them and said, Uncle D, everything's going all right. And I know right now he's out on the road, him and his friends, and they're knocking people's doors or phoning people and asking people if they can cut the violence out. This is what we need. So this is why I'm burning the fire. Huh?
Can I jump in? I don't want to cut you, big man, because I know what you're saying is very pertinent to the topic that you're bringing. But let me know when I can jump in, yeah?
Well, this is what I really want to say. We've got a lot of problems what we need to sort out. One of the problems is the youths on the streets. It doesn't matter if they're in Lewisham or fucking Alston. We need to sort it out. We, the man that say they're elders. If you're over 35, you're an elder. Yeah, so let's not start getting it funny about, no, but I'm a young one. No, you're not young, you're 35. You need to get up and start galvanizing your community. And for the future, what everybody didn't realize, the same way I'm saying galvanize the community and make them do something, it's what happened in slavery days. They galvanized us and put us into slavery. But today, we don't have to put no one into slavery. We can put everybody into business partners. And that's where we need to be going. Yeah, black economics. Fuck everything what's gone on before. Let's talk about what's going to go on for the future. Black economics is the only way forward. Anything else apart from black economics, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in how many girls any man's got, because we've had all that. I've had so many girls that it's like a joke thing now. So I don't want to talk about things what I've done already. I want to talk about things what I haven't done, like giving youths in my community something to live for. So likewise, I'm doing it. I would like to see other people doing it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I believe that I'm right. I honestly believe that I'm right. I honestly think that I can make a difference. So I'm using my voice to start with this difference. The second thing I'm going to use, The second thing I'm going to use on top of my voice will be this machine here, Genesis Radio. Because we've got to galvanize the youths now. We've got to galvanize our community. If we say that we are of our community or we are of a race, if we're of a race, we should look out for our race. So we're going to use Genesis Radio to drive the positivity. Black economics, we're going to push that now. That's Genesis' duty, to push black economics into the community. We need to do these things. We need to. Then the third thing we're going to use is SaxGen TV. Because some way, somehow, we got to get the message across. I don't know how we're going to do it, but the first start is we've got the machines to help us. So all we need is positive heads behind it. So I'm screaming out and I'm saying to everybody, like, I need for SaxGen TV, I need script writers, I need lighting men, I need cameramen, I need editors, I need makeup artists, I need costume people that can make costumes. I need everything. There's nothing what I don't need. You know what I mean? And I believe that if you've got costumes making whatever you're making, we can sell it with the TV station as well. It's not just a one-way ticket. I don't want you to come and help me. I want us to help us. So this is why I'm screaming the way I'm screaming today, because I've had enough. I really have had enough.
Unmute me. I need to say something.
Go on, brother.
Alright, cool. Listen, what you're doing is a beautiful thing, yeah? Now, what I'm going to say is that going back to my youth, yeah? I grew up in Jamaica, yeah? And what I saw from the man then when I was born here in the UK and I went to Jamaica, yeah? And the man them used to say, boy, you're bad, you know? Because they used to hear me sing and chat and rate, yeah? But them said, I ain't going to come from you're a madman, man, yeah? The reason they used to call English people mad is because of this. And it's the main point that I want to touch on, yeah? We chat, but we ain't got nothing to back our chat, yeah? They never used to disrespect American people, American black, black Caribbean people, the same way they used to disrespect us, yeah? So when I come over here, what I realize with us, yeah? We're not, a lot of the people them that used to say they're bad, they weren't bad, they were mad people. They would do things without thinking, yeah? There's a difference between bad and mad. And I realize that when I'm...
Stop, one thing, stop. You can't say mad and bad without, well, if we say we're mad and bad, so what is it really? I think what it really is, yeah, is that we are, is it non-educated? Is it, yeah, I think education is the key. Education is the key. And if we start believing in education is the key, we could be a stronger people tomorrow. But at the moment, we believe that, because a lot of us thinks the white man, fuck the white man. They're no different to us. I was in prison, man. I saw white people warring with white people. Irishes warring with the Englishes. The Eastern Europeans fighting with the Englishes. It's just like the Jamaicans fighting the Africans. So we've all got problems. Their problems ain't no different from ours. So we can highlight ours because we've been there longer. Yeah. So as the world is turning right now, it's our time. And maybe we don't realise, but I've realised it's our time. It's always been my time. It's always been my time. Because I tell everybody this now. Thank the God that you believe in, that I got a chance to have things in life where I don't have to be thinking about robbing anyone or taking anyone's things, And I'm in a position where I don't have to think like that. So, because I'm in a position where I don't have to think like that, can I help somebody with my position? Which is what I want to do, help somebody with my position. So anybody that has got an idea to either be a radio DJ or they want to be a TV presenter, whatever they want to be, this is the time now where we're going to be looking for all these people. We're looking for people. Listen.
I'm willing to help, yeah. But
cool. Let me finish what I'm saying, what I need. I need all these youths here what's gone to college and done events management and left college and can't get a fucking job. Now, we got a job for them here, yeah? This is what I'm saying. We've got a job here.
Are you paying them?
But we don't know yet if we're paying you because we don't know what you're doing yet. And everybody so far, what's working for SaxGen TV in the marketing and advertising, they all have to be paid. So it's not a matter of, are you paying them? I'm paying you if you've got a skill what I can use. Otherwise, come and let's make a skill where you can get paid from. So let me ask you another question. Do you think I can pay people without knowing what they can do? Do you think that's a smart thing? I'll be bankrupt before I start.
It depends on what level you're coming from, innit? You're saying that you can have mouth and ball. Where you come from, why?
The level where I'm coming from is brother, listen to me.
Jump on the fucking ball perspective. I don't know.
Now listen to the level where I'm coming from. I'm an educated black man. I think in 1978 till 1983 I was a nigger. Yeah, I was a nigger. No, from 75 to 83, I was a nigger. I was a disagreeable being. I kept up bare fuckery, me and my friends them, yeah. But in 1983, I woke up and I said to myself, no more. And I can remember the date. Yeah, it was the 9th of November. I had a meeting with the gang that was rolling with me from 11 o'clock till 9:15 in the night. Yeah, arguing with man, telling them I can't have you around me no more. What you're about, I'm not about. I can see my future. I'm going somewhere. And do you know something? One of the man them, what I said this to, yeah, in 1983, he didn't say another word to me till 1984. And in 1984, he said to me, D Rowe, I respect you because I remember the argument and everything you said you was going to do, you've done. So, like I done in 1983, and like I done with Genesis Radio, I'm going to do with SaxGen TV. I don't give a fuck who don't want to help me because I'm cool. I'm on the runway already.
I believe you can do it, man.
No, I don't believe. I know I can. Because to believe means I'm not sure.
I don't doubt you, but here I'm saying, sometimes we need to work together. That's what I'm saying, isn't it?
1,000,000% right.
So we need to have listen, bruv, all I turned around and said, you know, in the beginning, let's meet up, innit? Yeah? Because you got an idea that how to move forward. Every man have an idea. You know what? Sometimes we can marriage each other and we can realize that, you know what, my designer could be your designer. Your designer.
Exactly. So this is why we have to have a place to show off these designers. Is what the TV station's about. If you're an artist, we got a place to show you off.
Yeah, but we need to be up.
If you've invented a car, we can show you off.
Huh?
If you've invented a car, we can show you off. If you've designed some clothes, we can show you off. It's what a TV... Listen, let me tell you something about mafia business and gangster world. Let me explain it to you. The gangsters and the mafias, they control a thing called the propaganda machine. Propaganda spells spreads. Well, how should we say it pushes out positiveness and it pushes out lies, and it dictates to you and makes you believe what they're saying. That's a radio station. Yeah, propaganda machine is a radio station. Okay, so let's move on. People call it televised vision. I hear you. I understand that. But that is the brainwashing machine. Now, if we've got all of these things at our beck and call, why don't we use it for what we know it's used for and do our thing and help our community?
You know what, bro? I'll be honest with you. You know what? Because I was about to say, yeah, we need to link up. But you know what the answer is going to be to that? Is that we don't even know who we're linking up with. So certain times for me, I know what I want, yeah, and I can see what I want. But the truth of the matter is, we don't even trust our own fucking shadows, bro. That's a reality. And it's been like that from day zero. Yeah? I've been following Genesis from fucking 90, from 2001, 2002, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I've been following Genesis from 2001, 2002, yeah? I've been listening to different people, different DJs, different people. But what I've realized is that as a people, we don't even trust ourselves, bruv. And you know what bored me the most? Is to see a next nation come over here, throughout the years since I've been listening to Genesis, and build up and produce and employ some of our people. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, what the fuck is wrong with us? And you know what I think is wrong with us?
Go on, man.
We're too emotional.
Yeah.
We're too emotional, bro. We're emotional to the point that we can't even see our shadow difference from our differences.
Well, that's the way after sort out still, amongst ourselves still, Are you there, Dubwise?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. So, but you know what I wanted to say, really? I don't want to go too hard on the elders themselves still, because I was about to ask the next question, to these, the elders refer to my status, we did a whole heap. We were able to make people walk on the streets again, you know what I mean? Because in my era, we couldn't even walk on the streets. White man tell you can't come down here, mate.
You're going like your place alone.
But I'm trying to show him that.
I know your place alone, because Lewisham never, black man couldn't walk through Lewisham. I'm not for the elders them say, boy, if it wasn't for them, I lie that, because me and my friend them couldn't walk through Lewisham. And then we did set up a little thing and start run out the skinhead them and the teddy boy them and the ears angels and whoever them is. And when we run them out, we not run them out just like that. We kind of put a little, little frightener behind it so them to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so me hear what you have to say, but you're older than me, so we know say you never finish off the problem.
No, well, I couldn't finish it off. Because, see, you don't forget, in Brixton, Brixton may originate.
Yeah,
right?
And that's where all the cartoon them come from.
No, but don't forget, it's easy to say that now. But at the time when we were experiencing all them fight.
But
it's because you see we have fight making them come join in.
Go on about your business.
You know
Let me tell you something about this whole thing here. You see, when Brixton was Brixton and them talk about Brixton a bad place, say, enough of the man them who are keep up the fuckery come from out of Lewisham. I know Brixton man they make Brixton bad. Me not say a couple of them never live a Stockwell and a couple of them never live a Clapham. But enough of them live a Lewisham. So we don't want nobody come around here and talk like Brixton alone.
Hey, what? No, you might talk about listen.
What?
Listen, let me tell you something, yeah? Let me tell you something. When Brixton was Brixton in the days before you had all my certain man.
Yo, Ella.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you like
all right, yeah, man.
yeah,
enough respect, yeah.
Yeah. D Rowe.
Yes,
the way I go, big man. Trust me.
You don't know, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, alright, yo, I know why you run, but I tell you something. I need you to come help me, boys. I know why you're hiding. I go and call you as well. I go and call you, don't worry. I calling you. I'm going to call you, boys, because I need some help from you. Yeah, I'll be calling you. Yes, don't worry, I've got it. I'm going to call you as soon as the show is done. Because I know who you are and I know you can help me. So let's not hide behind the walls and talk shit. I know who you are. I know what you can do. I know your brains. I know you. I know who you are. Yeah. So I go and call you after because anybody who's solid who I know can help me, I go and talk to them and see how far we can take this help. You see? Okay. Yeah, so back to this thing where I talk about Heru. Listen to me, man. Enough of the man them where they are Brixton. So enough of them not live at Brixton, you know? You know say that. You didn't know that, right?
Well,
No. Cause some people thought like Brixton was the only bad place, but I said Brixton was not the only place.
I'm trying to show you. When I was in Brixton, you was near to a grasshopper, bruv. So you can't, you don't know.
Oh, you're not easy. You're not easy.
You're live. Genesis, you're live.
Sorry, good evening.
You good evening. Yeah, loud and clear.
Nice one. MX, how you doing, King? You right?
Yeah, man. Respect, enough respect. Bless up.
Yeah. So I'm just calling in, been listening to the show for a minute.
Okay.
Decent show and that. And I'm glad that Faction's getting launched. But I think something that Dubwise just said, I might be running a little behind time because I'm listening over the internet or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Something that Dubwise did say, I do think he hit the point 100. It's the amount of emotions that are out there that's kind of killing the forward movement. As black people, we are far too emotional, and we're emotional about too many things. We're emotional about slavery, and not one of us today listening to this Genesis Radio broadcast right now ever experienced slavery. But all we have is ideas of what slavery was like, and we forget in our feelings about that. Right. One thing I disagree with Dubwise about, he said that he went to Yard and the man them in Yard was saying, well, why do people from England think that they're bad? Now, me, I'm MX. All I've known is England my whole life, yeah? MX. One thing that I know is that I feel like, and I don't go around the world saying that I'm British or I'm English. I'm not. I'm a nomad. I don't have a land on this planet, not yet anyway. But one thing I can say is that, I do feel very, very proud to come from here, because when I did hook up with like Saxon radio, Genesis radio and all of this good stuff, and I started learning about Coxsone sound and all the different sounds, I did do some research, and then you can see the impact that style of music alone had, how it reverberated around the world. So Jamaica had its reggae and all that good stuff. But what happened in Britain, and you can see this in terms of like Tipper Irie and some other names that people listening in will know far more than I will. But these men, what they did, and that was one of the things that Molly Dean mentioned. So D Rowe spoke about being at the Ritzy and watching the Blacker Dread documentary preview. I was also there as well, and this is something that she said, is that there isn't enough light shown. There isn't enough light shown on these men. These are the foundations to people like Stormzy and all of these Wiley. We've missed out a generation of scientists.
Yeah, MX.
We've missed out.
Yeah, MX, can I just interject there? One sec. What was your? Can I just interject one there? What was your opinion of? Because I've seen a lot of arguments about the Blacker Dread thing. I'm going to ask D Rowe's opinion in a minute, but yeah. But I've seen a lot of arguments, agreements, disagreements about the Blacker Dread. What was it representing? You see what I'm saying to you? So what how did you feel it go?
Hold on, MX. Let me answer that one, please, because that one is because I'm dunce, yeah. I'm really dunce, yeah. But I'm illiterate as well, so let me answer that one, because this is an illiterate answer and a dunce answer. The flyer, what you saw going around, and when the TV show started, what did it say? About Blacker, isn't it? Is that what it said? It's about Blacker.
What, the documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about Blacker.
Yeah.
So
Right. No. Let me finish my point. It's about Blacker. So if Blacker brought his daughter, his sons, and his missus, his sisters, his brothers, then is that not about Blacker?
No, King, listen to me.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm just telling you what I'm saying.
No, so what I'm saying is you're 100% right. When you said that documentary wasn't about Coxsone, so I haven't seen any of the arguments you should have mentioned Coxsone. I haven't seen none of that stuff. I did get a WhatsApp about this Castro Brown person, but I'm a man, I don't know anybody. You get what I'm saying?
Let me tell you about Castro Brown.
Hold on 1 second, King, 1 second. Because what I'm saying is, when you said was that documentary about black address? Of course it was. That's why you saw his family now. I know some of his daughters because I'm from Brixton, you know what I mean? I'm from the manor. And I saw his daughters, I saw his sons, I saw his relatives. That was about black address. If there is any arguments about Cox and Sound and it wasn't about them things there. And what Molly Dean did say is she had done a documentary about them things there, but it was Blacker that kind of stood out, and she wanted to do a story about Blacker. So
Which is right.
yeah, for me, the only issue I had was that. So you were there, D Rowe, and I said, so where's your one?
No, I'm not in a rush. My big brother's done one. As long as my big brother's done one, I ride on the back of Blacker's one. Blacker's my big brother, so I'm riding on the back of his one.
Yeah, what we really want is a series of documentaries.
Yeah, we're gonna do them.
That generation.
You are a cameraman and an editor and all the rest of it. So we'll leave it in your hands to do one yourself.
You
Yeah?
can't leave it in Rashid's hands, you get me? But this is what
No,
I'm saying,
we're gonna leave it in your hand, and you get all you need to work with you. We'll come and do it for
This
you.
is what I'm saying, though. However, so when I said we've got nothing, well, you know, I honestly don't. I honestly disagree with that. I feel like you know how I feel, D Rowe. I feel like here in the UK, we are the best specimen of blackness on the whole planet. Everybody on the planet should be listening to what we're saying. There shouldn't be no Americanization of our culture, which is obviously happening, which is why young people are behaving the way that they are. No, they need to be more like us, and we need to lead this thing forward. So my question, the only thing that I didn't like about what you said is in terms of the young people. Yeah, I'm not a fan of young people because I think a lot of them don't know a lot of things. They got a lot to say, but that's because they've been gassed up. But they don't
And their
actually
dads
have the
didn't gas them up.
education.
They gassed up, and their dads didn't gas them up.
Well, a lot of them didn't even have dads, so I don't even know who's been gassing them up. It's probably been the telly.
Yeah,
An American, Dr. Umar Johnson, all these fools, whoever they are listening to, I don't know. But I don't think some of them, I'm not a big fan, not that I want to firebrand young people or anything like that, no. But young people do need to hear, about your generation of man. That's very important. So there's a responsibility on you. And sorry, another point I wanted to make is that we need to be sure that we can make the difference between, or understand the difference between an elder and an old man. Because there's a difference. Yeah?
All right.
An elder comes with knowledge, comes with wisdom. Some of these old geezers that are out there are just old geezers. You never did anything when you had a chance, and now you're just telling people what they should be doing because you're upset about what.
Because they was drinking. They was drinking and smoking the wrong things.
You were having a good time. You had every car going, every German car going, I mean, the reality, I grew up fatherless, yeah? But now I've gotten older, know my brothers and my brothers up north, and, you know, my dad had every car going, apparently. I don't know about this stuff, apparently. But what have you got now, pal? You got nothing to show for it. You get what I'm saying?
I hear that part.
So there is a responsibility for, like, so this is what I'm saying. So my dad is an old man. He's not an elder. He's an old man. And we need to stand, you know, it's not my dad alone who's like this. There's a bag of them out there who are old and not elders. Yeah? So let's start identifying the elders and forget about the old men. But we can't just say we're going to give all the power to the young people because the young people actually don't even know themselves.
We're saying some of, as you said, not the old men and the old women, but they can still put their input in.
Yeah, well, they can.
Why? Because they're old, they can't put their input in?
Well, I mean...
Because I'm old.
Well, yeah, I mean, old people, we're not trying to, you know, it's how they put their input in. So for me, I feel that there's an importance for old people in the community to kind of capture their own story. You said it as well. We need a series of YouTube videos. Things that run back then. There was a caller who called up a couple of calls ago that said sometimes we don't want to hear music. Sometimes we just want to hear a good documentary or something.
Right.
D Rowe,
So-
you mentioned a few names. I don't know. Mr. Lewisham. I lived in Lewisham for 10, 15 years. I don't even know who you're talking about. I don't even know if this man's still alive.
Who's
You know
that?
what I mean?
Loosh.
You know, and all the names that we need to have these stories out there so the young people can kind of see this.
Now in Lewisham, every youth knows him. That's why they call him Father Lewisham, because every youth in the area knows him.
Okay, so my question to you is Saxton simply about Lewisham?
No, it's
Well,
about
if Saxton's
the
not-
race.
if Saxton-
No, but we're talking about we're talking
everybody.
about the people from my community. At that given time, when I said that, this was to identify with people that helped me when I was coming up, and I can't go around going on like I was the brains of fucking England, because I wasn't. I had people that guided me, but I didn't have. And I'm going to be honest, when Lush was guiding me, he wasn't 30 yet; he was 20 something. You know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying, innit? These stories here. I mean, earlier you said something that was key. You want to explain Brooks to be? I mean, I don't personally black prime minister. I think that's a bit emotional. We don't need a black prime minister. This is England, you know. If there's a white prime minister of Ghana or a white prime minister of Jamaica, we're in problem. But this is England. But however, you did say that we need to make leaders out of, like, we need the way to become mayor, so that our young people could also look at him and think, well, I don't have to be a shotter. I can also become a mayor. Understand what I'm saying? We need these realities within our reality, so that our children, because the reality is that we can't all be shotters. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We can't all-
That's
we can't all be
uneducated.
shotters.
An uneducated
Can't all
fool.
be bad, man.
An uneducated fool will sit down with a young youth and talk about being a shotter, being a drug dealer. But a smart brother, and there's a lot of smart ones out there, but they're overshadowed by the loose cannons. And if I've got to be honest, I must be honest in it, because I'm around these loose cannons. I see what's going on. I know. You see, when I'm talking, I might sound a bit arrogant or passionate or whatever, because I know I've lived it and I've been around the people. You know what I mean? I've been in dangerous positions.
Bossman, I've got to go in it. My line's going. But what I'm saying is, can you also make clear as to when Saxton TV is going to be launched? Because you said it's.
Yeah, no, I'm getting it. I'm getting
holiday.
adverts made and all that, street posters.
But
and
I don't know what brand it is.
Yeah. Well, don't
Yeah.
worry. You'll be one of the man them what will be in line, so you'll know. So you'll be on the campaign. So don't worry, because you ain't escaping.
Well, I gotta go, yeah?
You ain't escaping, yeah. So don't come on here shouting and run away, yeah. Because we got our eyes on you, yeah. So you haven't escaped the judgment yet. You're gonna come and do some of the work what I'm talking about, galvanise the
Nah,
youth's
pal.
minds.
Not on your Nelly, pal. You know what I mean? I'm just joking.
All right, sweet
So,
son.
you got me.
You'll be at the
you shot,
opening.
yeah?
Everyone, I'll make sure you said not on your Nelly, and at the launch, I will pull you up, and say to everyone, "This is the man that said not on his Nelly," and he's going to be there no matter what you say. Yeah, no matter what you say, he's going to be there wearing the Saxon T-shirt as well. So let's get that part right. All right, son. Any more insults before you leave, son? Any more insults?
Peace. One.
All right, cool. We're going to take that one, because Heru is here kidding me and telling me about Brixton is the place, and he's an elder for me,
Let me finish. Listen.
and he's Brixton's more gangster than everywhere else. It's not true.
No, I didn't
It's
say
not
that.
true.
Yo, hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying.
Lucian man played a big part as well.
Yeah, of course.
Stockwell man played a
Of
big
course.
part.
Yo, hear what I'm saying.
All right, the man from Brixton that made the history of Brixton is little Andy. He comes from Stockwell Park Estate.
Yeah, but-
That's my little brother, innit? Like,
Yeah,
he
I
come
know
from
Andy,
Stockwell
but-
Park
but
Estate.
hear
He's
what?
the biggest history out of Brixton.
Yeah, but hear what now? What you tend to forget. I'm talking about. Well, if you talk about elders.
No, hear what he's talking about. He's going to talk about the rebels
No.
and whatever.
about that.
These petty cunts that used to fucking only rob their own. Maybe they go out and pick a few purses, but they used to go to parties and prey on their own and rob their own brethren's chains and rob their brethren's bracelets and rob their fucking sovereign rings. Pussyos. We don't rate them guys.
Well, I wasn't even talking about them. Well, I'm talking about the Liberty, right? When Brixton was Brixton, you come from south, east, west, or whatever side you come from, but I don't know, and not about that side. All I know, is the side that I was brought up in. And beside the first front line in Brixton, Summerleyton Road, and I know who was running the show then. Them era I'm talking about, who you never hear a race war in Brixton because everybody, even during the Brixton riots, you find there was whites and blacks together doing the thing.
But in the National Front march in Lewisham, enough of them get stabbed too. Enough white man did come support black people in that. Cause not every white man is a racist, not every white woman is a racist. They're not saying them have to deal with a black partner. I'm just telling you, they're not all racist. Some of them, yeah, them just have a thing called passionate. They're passionate about something, so them come stand up for black people. But listen to me, this Brixton bullshit, yeah, I'm not on it. Yeah, cause I don't see none of the man them who you are gonna talk about do anything positive where me can look up to.
Yeah, but it's not even about that though, is it? I'm talking about what we grew up in Brixton at the time. We were children, so what could we do? We have to live under whatever regime was there, and we did what we needed to do to survive as children into adults who brought up other children. And my children them now, right? They always say thanks, you know, for bringing me up in this kind of a way. I didn't show them no bias, you know what I mean? I just told them what they were in, and they have to get streetwise, not even streetwise, but just get wise generally. You know what I mean? I'm not telling them about, I tell them that, I'm not trying to tell them, I didn't tell my children about their black self, you know. What I told them about was, they realized they were black in any case, that no, and I'm black, so there's no need me to reinforce that. But at the same time, I'd make them wiser with the system. I try to make them wise how to deal with the system rather than isolate yourself, right? Fragment yourself, right? And then end up with a record as long as a bloody arm and you can't get nothing. I said to my youth, you ever see me go to jail yet? I said, you never see me go to jail yet. Not that I can't go, but at the end of the day...
This.
No, I'm just saying, so you never
this.
see me...
This. Hey, man. Me to go to prison, you know.
No,
Let me tell you this, yeah. I know every time people go to prison, them supposed to go. I was happy I went to prison, you know, when I got there, and I saw, okay, this is where you find a peace of life. Yes, I was all right there. Yeah, I was all right in prison. I didn't have a problem when I was there. I thought I was, you know, had a chance to sit down, think, and, you know, I wrote down a plan, and I come home and I start on my plan, and the first thing I start on was a TV station. In 48 hours, I was 85% of the way there. Right now, I'm still at 15%, and that's just on the marketing side.
Hear this now. I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about the re-offenders and the people, the youths them out there that got no life. You see what I'm saying to you? And I want to make sure my youth them get a life. I want to make sure that they don't get in a position where you can't work or you can't do anything like that. I'm talking about them.
Good point. Very good point, Heru. I'm a criminal. Yeah. I got 6 youths and 6 stepchildren. And let me tell you this now, not one of them's been to prison. And you know what else? They've not even been in the police station. How's that sound? That sounds good, innit? I'm a black man. I'm always going to be a black man. I'm never going to change to be anything else. I keep it real. I'm not like the average nigger, the average cunt, the average pussy out there. I'm not like that. Obviously, I grew up the way I grew up, and my youths them just didn't take my footsteps. And that's what's important. When you can grow up and your youths don't take your footsteps. I grew up as a scumbag, yeah? But my youths grew up as being somebody. I think that's great news.
Tech Tender says Brixton, so what's this? Brixton turned Wixton now, full of where is it? Brixton turned Wixton now, full of white people. All the clubs them we had lock off, we lost Brixton forever.
That's so truly said. I went into Brixton one Saturday night, dropped my son to Brixton train station in November 2014, and I swear, Heru, it was Spot the Black Man. And when I went to Jamaica one time, when the sound went to Jamaica, not when I went to Jamaica, when the sound went to Jamaica, obviously I went with the sound, yeah? Did you know that people used to say, London, London, Brixton, Brixton? But did you know that nobody in Brixton, there's a few people in Brixton that owns their houses. There's quite a few people in Brixton, but never owned any shops. And where we was talking about Brixton, yeah, the reason why the white man could come in because everybody was pimps and hustlers in Brixton. But pimps and hustlers are dumb brains. That's why they're pimps and hustlers. Yeah, because a hustler is never going to be thinking about tomorrow. He's thinking about today. And that's just like a pimp. So that's where our destruction came in. Through these cunts, these pimps, hustlers, these fucking blues dance keepers 7 days a week. We don't go home and sleep and live like human beings. Fucked up a lot of people's life with sax and sound, yeah. Fucked up a lot of people's lives.
Text sender 901 says, thanks Genesis for years of input. My child is now in the process of starting his own online business. My niece and nephew also have their own businesses. Your input over the years have paid off for my family. Thank you for being here.
Wow. Now that's something what makes me feel like I haven't wasted my time. That has fluttered my heart with tears is in my eyes. That I can't believe that somebody said that. That somebody recognized that we could do that. I mean, look, ask anybody, ask anyone. We're the first black talk show radio in the world. Don't talk about America because they didn't start before us. And don't talk about Jamaica because Muta started on Genesis. Like Abdul from Galaxy started on Genesis. Yeah? So let's not muck about. So when somebody makes a text like that, I say, wow. I feel so good to hear a text like that. That means so much to me. Like, I think, wow, my cup did run over that time. Definitely, my cup ran over that time.
Okay, text sender 671 says, you cannot seem to get through on the phones because we're busy. You can get through now. Numbers are 07931 2762 and a 32. And I repeat, 07931 2762 and a 32 if you want to have the last minute says before the time's up. Yeah, man. So enough respect for those texts. People are, feeling it today because, D Rowe is here. But at the same time, say, you can hear it from the horse's mouth, and of course we appreciate the fact that men are struggling to keep a platform like this for years and years, 27 years, it's a long time. People get weary with well doing, you know what I mean? After a while they get battle worn and get ignorant and, lost the vision, lost their, you know what I mean? And they're all over the place, reeling.
Heru, you couldn't have put it a better way than that because that is true. Most people, mate, I was talking to my missus and she said to me, do good, stand up like, a black man and don't be like the rest of them that start something and don't finish. And I think that was a very good statement to hear from somebody, from a woman. So I've got a lot of people, listen, I've got my woman, she should be the MP for fucking London. I swear. She's that wild. She's so clever. But she doesn't want to do that. So what do? Force her? No, I don't. I just go out and set the examples and maybe she'll follow.
Well, that's good. I mean, at least you hear D Rowe again having a partner. Maybe a man thinks that he's a rogue and vagabond and, can't hold down a relationship and he's talking about his missus. You know what I mean? Live or there.
So what? Am I ashamed of her?
No,
I'm not ashamed of her. I'm not ashamed of her.
Some people too ashamed.
Yeah, but listen, one day I'll bring her on the radio and let her have a talk and you'll be frightened of her. You'll be scared the fuck of her. Yeah? She has people on their toes, don't worry. Don't worry. We're talking about a real woman here. Not half a woman, a real one.
I remember, have you got a bleeper there? Anytime D Rowe come on, I'm going to buy a bleeper next time. So when you hear him cuss, I go, bleep, bleep, because today I'm sure.
You sound like you want to put, he sounds like he wants to put a pound box in there.
I'll be rich. If I put a pound box in there with D Rowe, I will be rich. I make money, bruv. Trust me on that, He's better, actually, he's better than what he was before. This is quiet.
No, but let's not go around the thing as well. Yeah, we must be honest. Yeah, see Heru, as fucked up as he is, and he is an old Galaxy member, but you're never too old to learn. And Heru sat me down one Saturday and said some things, and what he said to me, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't believe him at first. But today I can swear and put my hands on my heart that he was 1,000,000% right, and he opened my eyes. So I'm not going to fight against Heru. He's my brother, yeah? But the only thing I'd like to say to Heru is that we got to start showing love for the youths, because we're old people now. And old people are going to be sitting in rocking chairs soon. That, these people that sits down and writes things about Black and Dread and people like that. No, but we got to talk about what's happening there. Armchair revolutions. They sit behind there. They conduct some fuckery in their head and put it out. And then this is why we have the problems we have today. The reason why we have the problems today, because we've got too many pussios that thinks that their word counts. You fucking don't count, pussy. Your word don't count. That day's dead. We don't want none of you old cunts thinking that you're going to come around there and change the youth's mind. Back the fucking youth and keep your opinion to yourself, pussy, because it's no good for the youths.
Wow. All that bleep, cutting all them bleep, going bleep mad. Well, you're in tune to Genesis Radio, and the time is now 6:44 and counting, and we're nearing the end. And some of you are probably, oh, bloody hell, my ears will get a break, innit? You know what I mean? Well, it's the CEO, innit? It's the governor. And you can't, wrong the governor for expressing himself. He doesn't do. One thing we know, he doesn't have a show every day. You're not lucky. You're lucky.
Yeah, you know why that is? Because you know what I say, man, them that owns radio stations, that does shows on radio station, and they own it, they're porcios. They want everything for themselves. They want the glamour. They want the light. Fuck all that. I don't want none of it. I just want to make sure I put something in place for my race. I don't care about nothing else. As long as it's helping my race, that's all I care about. Right. You think I care about money? I've not made £27,000 since I've had this station. I have not. Loads of people have come and managed it and bought loads of dub plates, bought themselves a sound, bought whatever. Fuck all that. I don't care about none of that. I care about my people. That's all I care about. I don't care about money. If my people is getting what's good, that's what matters.
You're live on Genesis. Turn your radio down, please.
Hello, it's Woman on the Hill.
How you doing, sis? How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. How are you?
Not too bad. Nice to hear from you.
Yes, I want to say to D Rowe, he must always big up himself. He's the best thing since sliced bread, okay?
For real.
And tell him that my husband used to be proud of him, and yet my husband died. And I hope to see him at the carnival,
funeral.
I want to see you there. I want to see Dr. X. I want to see any Genesis. Oh God, I'm so confused. All the Genesis DJs, I want to see you there. I'm proud of you. You understand?
Yeah, just give me the links.
D Rowe, I'm so excited. I can't wait for you to get this TV station. When the funeral finish, I'm going to see how much money I got left, and I'm going to send it to you, okay? Because I'm proud of you, okay?
Okay, my sister.
Funeral, come and dance.
I don't dance and I don't listen to music.
I want you drinking up. My husband is proud of you, okay?
Sis.
And Dr. X. You understand?
Sis, the only problem is, the only one problem we've got there, you need to have some sake water or some kind of alkaline water. I don't drink alcohol. I only drink alkaline water.
You're going to dance because
you don't dance. Them futures.
I continue to do everything.
All right.
So you're gonna be dancing because you're gonna be looking over us. Okay?
All right, sis.
You don't go in the middle of the floor and dance. I will pick you up and we'll go in the middle and dance.
Oh,
okay?
not me though. No, me not dance. When me I dance, I'm a little boy.
Come to my husband's funeral and you ain't gonna dance.
No problem. I'll be there. I'll bring my brethren Philip Polian, and maybe me and him will go in the middle of the floor.
I don't care who you bring. You just get there. Okay?
All right, I'm gonna see if Polian will come. Because that's my dance. That's my dancing partner.
Food, plenty drink will be there, and so much dancing.
Yeah, man.
Because my husband is looking over us.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
All right, my sister.
Yeah, man.
I
Enough
don't care
respect.
who you bring. Bring anybody you want to bring.
Yeah, man.
Okay then. Bye.
Okay.
All right, sis.
Take care.
One love.
Yes, I. That lady on the hill there. Yeah, we're gonna sort out that. She's gonna link me with the funeral details so we can go down there and have a celebration. Yeah, so this is it, isn't it? This is how things are now, you know. And number 07931 2762 and a 32, and I repeat 07931 2762 and a 32. We'll bring you into the studios. You can text in on a number where we have 548 and counting, and you're in tune to. No.
Well, it's 12 minutes, so let's try and cover something good before we leave. But 12 minutes left. No, 11 and a half minutes left. Listen, all I want to say is that, like, us as a race, and let's stop talking about the white man, because the white man's not damaging us no more. It's us damaging us. So can we say, and can we be honest? Yeah, we got to get rid of parasites out of our community. That's what we got to get rid of, the parasites. If we want to teach the youth, first thing we've got to do is eliminate the parasites. So you see people like those people that was writing about Black Dread, about things what he didn't say, that's what I class as a parasite. We need to get rid of them. They're journalists. He's a journalist. We need to get rid of people like that because they're distraction. They're evil people. They're not people that's nice people. People who are nice people don't go out offending black people. And this is where the problem starts from. So we can't look at the youths before we look at these elders. So let's start screaming at these elders because enough of them are posios.
Within reason, of course. As I said, that's how it is. And we're going to be seeking ways of building a community. This is what I'm interested in. If I'm talking about the community, right, and you're not focusing on thousands of miles away, you're not selling a pipe dream, you're about what you are about, the development of our community, because we've got £300 billion spending money. And we can't even leverage. And it doesn't go around our community, not even once.
So, Heru, as my bigger brother, how we going to control this money? Listen to this, because you just fired a gunshot at me earlier on, so I'm going to fire it back at you now. You said, how am I talking about Africa, and then I want to go to Africa, I don't want to go to Africa to live. I want to go to Africa to see how I can use their resources. Is that Riggs? I think that's Riggs, Yo.
Hello?
Is that Riggs?
No.
Who that?
Yeah, go on.
Is this the anonymous one? I don't know your name. You don't give your name, so.
Okay, go on, man. Go on. You're all right. You're live on Genesis.
Who's this, Heru?
Yeah, man. Heru. And
Oh, bloody hell. It's not Heru, man.
yeah, man. And CEO D Rowe. D Rowe as well, yeah?
D Rowe. Is this the brother I spoke to earlier on?
Yeah, man.
Hey, D Rowe.
Yeah.
How come you wouldn't give your name before, bro?
Because I don't think it's necessary. I'm not looking no hype, innit? I'm not on that. If I'm looking hype, I'll come and say, yeah, this is D Rowe, I'm the CEO, and I'm. Fuck all that, man. We're not interested in that. We're talking about the youth today and black economics. If we don't want to talk, I don't want to talk. Me, anytime you hear me come back on this radio station, I don't want to talk about anything else apart from black economics.
You know something I like. I mean, I don't know you from Adam, but I like what you said about. Like the brother who phoned you up, he says, "Oh, we get too emotional, all this sort of nonsense." But the reality of it is something you said, which I very much appreciate, because not many people see it like that. Is you said that as a man, you speak the way you feel. This is how you speak, yeah. And that's one of the problems with us, because we feel that we have the right to dictate how that next person should be. If I want to get emotional, that's down to me. That's not for you to tell me I get too emotional. That's my business. If you get emotional, I'm not going to tell you get emotional. I'm just going to let you be because you're a man.
No, I don't get emotional. I'm just an arrogant little bastard. That's all.
No, but what I'm saying is I like the way you dealt with it. What you said, the response is what I'm talking about. Because none of us don't feel that way. We feel that we have the right to tell that next person how he should conduct himself. When we ourselves are not perfect. That's what I'm saying to you, my brother.
And I respect that speech so much. I can't even explain to you how I respect that speech.
No, seriously, bro.
No, I heard you. No, I heard you. You didn't hear me. Listen, let me tell you again. Let me tell you again.
I did hear you. I did hear you.
I respect that speech so much. Yeah, it's unreal. And these are the sort of.
It's like this, right, brother? I could come on here and I could say whatever, right? But you could tell a person by their words. Some of us are just bum lickers. Some of us are brown-nosed bum lickers, and that's all we are, right? We phone up and we look at you. Oh, why you say this and what? Just shut your mouth, bro. Just talk the truth. Be who you are and say what you're going to say. Just say it. What are you scared of? If you raise your voice, I accept you. I'm going to accept you for who you are. You come on there, you say, this is who you are, this is what you're going to be. I accept that, bro. I just totally accept that. Because I know I can be like that myself, but, you know.
You at the front door.
So I respect that.
Sweet. All right, sweet. Yeah, so I hear you, brother. That's the next DJ, so we're going to have to wrap up quickly. We got.
No, but bro, yeah, I mean, seriously, you know, those words, be yourself, and brother, if please phone me, and if anything I could do, we'll see, we go from there, bro.
Well, I know what I need to do. I need to get Black London or Black England or Black World thinking right. That's what I need to do. So anybody that thinks they can help me with that problem, please come along. Please don't hide. We've got nothing to hide. We're here. We're people. Our lives is on the line for what we're doing, innit? We're not playing about today. Even what I'm doing today, my life's on the line. There's some little pussy out there that doesn't like what I'm saying. But tell him from me to be happy that I came and said it and somebody else didn't say it. And if he's got anything rude to say about me or he's got anything rude on his mind, just keep it to himself. We're all right. We don't need to have arguments with people. We've forgotten that. We're big men now. And this is why you asked me a question earlier on about Galaxy. I'm saying I don't have a problem with human beings. I have a problem with the fuckery, what they do to people.
Well, I think we all have a problem with that, brother. We all have a problem with that. But you know,
and let me say one more thing. Let me say one more thing. Remember, like everybody knows, this is my station. If I wanted to do a show on there, yeah, I could. I just have to speak to the boss, and he might give me a show because he's called a few times today. I think he's got a problem with my swearing, so he might ban me again. He banned me last year off the station. He might ban me again this year. So if you don't hear me come back, if you don't hear me back on there, listen. If you don't hear me, call Wonder because Wonders might have banned me because he's the boss, isn't it? Like, let's be honest, he's the boss. So I've got a very good feeling that he's going to ban me because he doesn't like the swearing. So
well, I hope he don't ban you. I don't like the swearing either, to be honest with you. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, if we're talking among each other, I ain't got a problem with that. But I just think that young people are learning, so I do have a problem with that.
I've got a grandson. Do you want me to tell you about my grandson? He and his friends in school swears more than we do on this radio.
I know, but it's not right, bruv.
I know it's not.
We couldn't go out and just start swearing at our parents, man, because they wouldn't.
No, we don't swear at our parents. We swear around our own, around our, you know. We just got all it is. Listen to me. Listen to me. I wonder if people really listen to Genesis carefully, because this isn't like Galaxy. This is a real station. Listen to the things what the jingles say. We've got a jingle, but it says, "Accept your own and be yourself." That means I can't come on this radio and start speaking like, "Oh, good afternoon, jolly good old chap. Great that we're all here today, and what we're going to speak about is how to move forward. However, my ideology might work with some and might not work with the other." Is that how people would like me to speak?
No, I get with you, brother. I get with you. But
because I can't speak like that. I keep telling people, fuck what you think of me. I went to a private school, pussy, where my dad had to pay for every term. You know what I mean? I went to a private school. I know how to speak, and I don't rate their speech. I don't rate I don't want to bow. I don't want to feel like I'm trying to be someone's friend. No, fuck all that, man. You try and be their friend. I just want to be my own. That's why the jingle says, accept your own and be yourself. Now listen, because I need to make sure people hear me carefully, you know. And when you hear a jingle on Genesis, please listen to what the jingle's saying, because it's not just a jingle, it has a message in there. So listen to this message. Accept your own and be yourself. Huh? It's very deep, but people don't understand it. It says, accept your own and be yourself. A lot of people are not their self. Listen to some of these fucking idiots when they're doing talk shows. They try and talk like, oh, I'm serious. No, you're not serious, you pussy. Because when I see you off the radio, you're just a nice little chap. Huh?
Brother, I'm not going to disagree with you.
You can't, because I'm real. I say what's truth.
Yeah, but well.
Anyway, we got less than 2 minutes left.
Let's hope you come back on, all right?
Well, if you don't hear me, you have to talk to Wanda, because I know Wanda's definitely going to have me up later on. As soon as this show's finished, Wanda's going to be on my phone. Whoa! All right, cool. All right, so what are you saying to me now? He banned me last year. I was on the station last year, January. He said he don't want me back on there. Today there was no one to do the show, so I run in. But I called Heru. And I run in. He didn't even know I was coming in, so that's why I wasn't blocked today. But I know I'm going to be blocked after today. It's not a problem.
If it's just a swearing is a problem, but I'm sure you can.
No, he says I don't give people a chance to talk. I don't. Yeah, he's. I know he's going to be on me. Don't worry. But let me get off because I've got 1 minute left. 1 minute and 2 seconds.
All right, take care, bro.
All right, brother. Peace. Heru, come. Let's just finish and wrap up. Yeah, thanks for all the callers. Thanks for all the people that's been listening in the background. And yes, Dennis Rowe's a fucking animal. And everyone knows that. If you really know me, I don't really care what you think of me. If you don't like me, fuck you as well. Because those of people don't like me. From 1976, I've never had real friends. No one likes me because of the way I speak. They don't like me because of who I am. And this is a private caller. Should I take this over or not? You've only got 30 seconds, you know. You got 30 seconds, so whatever you got to say it quickly.
Hello?
Yeah.
It's Woman in the Hill again. Could you ask Dennis Rowe when is he going to do that 24-hour?
No, it's going to be 50 hours. It's going to be a 50-hour talk show.
Yes, well, ask him for me, yeah?
Yeah, 50. Yeah. All right, see him, sis.
Okay, then.
Yeah, it'll be a 50-hour talk show, yeah? Is it 52? It's 52 hours.
Well, I'm going to say my goodbyes. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just called to help here, but you're not going to escape the teachings of the Spirit. So tomorrow, Monday, we'll continue. This is Heru. Tuesday, Monday till Tuesday, down to Thursday, between hours of 10 and 2. You know, 7 on Tuesday night as well. I hear. This is Heru saying, I'm out.
On Tuesday night, Heru's trying to hide. Heru's going to be in there 7 till 9 Tuesday night, but he's going to be in there with a prophet. So anyone that's got any problems, the prophet's going to be here. So I've got to go because this is another thing I'm going to get into problems for because I haven't let the adverts play. So let me go. Wanda, I'm doing as I'm told.
Think.